Okay. Um, so last session, we have lost Shazafrod, unfortunately. Last session, or actually, Inchi, you're the only one who wasn't here.
Shaz died?
Yeah, Shaz just spontaneously combusted. No, Vinny
Yeah.
won't be joining us anymore.
So he died.
Yes.
No, no, he just woke up and he walked into the what's the fancy name for whorehouse?
Brothel.
Brothel that is right next to the yawning portal. I think if you
He
look
Alright.
on the map, you can see the name of it, and I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, okay.
What is the
Um,
name of it?
I don't know. We'll see it when we get to the yawning portal map. Or he went to the Purple Palace, which is the brothel next to the old Zoblok shop.
Oh, we know that he went to the Purple Palace.
That's yeah, canonically that's where everybody goes. That's where Destry's at.
Hell yeah.
That's where Shazfrat's at.
Okay.
Okay, so the last couple sessions have been faction and roleplay missions. After y'all rescued Rainier Neverember, Volo, his friend, gave you the deed to a house in Trollskull Manor, and you also learned some information from Rainier about the Stone of Aranex, the stone that turned into Blinken's baby gold dragon, the stone that lets all of you remember details about the Vault of Dragons and its 1 million gold coins. They talked to the various factions, uh, all the faction missions you can see here. The only one they have done so far is give the artificer all of your silk root powder in exchange for 35 gold coins. And they did the one for the ruby rabbits, where they hunted scarecrows in Undercliff and found out that the scarecrows were attacking people in the countryside and the ruby rabbits specifically, and that at least one of the scarecrows was controlled by an imp from the hills. Uh, let's see here. Huel paid his debt. Blinken went to try and spy on the Doom Raiders, but they were busy today, except for one of them who was cleaning the bar, and he learned some backstory about the Doom Raiders and got renowned with them. I believe that's everything. Does anyone have any questions before we get started?
I think I'm good.
Sean, did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody else good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kirby, what happened to you last session? Did you fall asleep? Or are you asleep right now?
I slept
Those
from
are
last
very
session till
valid
now.
questions.
No, yeah, I fell asleep.
Hey
I
man,
was sitting
it
in the
happens
chair. I just got
sometimes.
up. I was like, huh?
It,
And then I was in the chat. I was like, oh no,
it happens sometimes. I did that
my
so
bad.
many times in Sam's campaign because it's on Friday and that's the last day of work for me and I'm usually exhausted. Um, all right, so we will get started with Inchi, our boy, our goblin wizard, who should be level 5 now, correct?
Currently working my spell slots, yes.
All right, Inchi, the last time everybody was in the yawning portal, we've said that you've been resting because you got pretty damaged, I think, in the last fight y'all had. And you've just been sleeping all day. I'm giving y'all as much free time on this role playing factions mission uh, thing, so y'all can do as many role play things as you want before we start the next story. Uh, and that next story is going to be tonight. Uh, that's going to be when the Shadow Man tries to kill the Artificer at the Court of the Dancing Moon. Um, oh shit. Does everybody remember that? I probably should have said that in the recap. So, okay. So one of the things the crew did, Sean, when they woke up, was they started talking to the artificer. The artificer is a member of Force Grey, the elite city watch, and she is on the trail of new silk root powder in Waterdeep. She says it's really pure and thus really dangerous. And the crew happened to know a silk root dealer, the Shadow Man. They gave the artificer all of the silk root powder they had bought so that she could run tests on it. And then she also asked them to help capture the dealer because she wants to interrogate him and arrest him. Blinken, while he was trying to find out more about the Doom Raiders, was at their bar, and when he left, the Shadow Man approached him and offered him 150 dragons to kill the artificer. And that if the crew did this, the Shadow Man would reveal his true identity and what was really going on with him.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the crew kind of like left you a note. That kind of,
We also sent Kirby's character to go get information from the Castellanters right at the end of the session because, he fell asleep and we didn't know what to
yeah,
do with him.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll ask Kirby what he wants to do before we send him back across the city. He can be with you, or he can be doing that. Kirby, they wanted to keep your character involved in the story.
Don't you
While you were
forget it.
gone. Okay, but Sean, Inchi, you wake up here in the yawning portal alone. It is y'all's last day here in the yawning portal, and you are free to do whatever you wish. What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, it's gonna seem like a cheap cop out.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and she, nursing his wounds, laying in bed, he's gonna pull out his illusionist book that he carries on him at all times, and while he is nursing his wounds, he is studying up on it, reading up on it, and frankly, he's struggling to read because he's a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's doing in the meantime, while we switch back to our party.
Okay. Um, if you would
Uh,
like, I could also just have you join the party if you don't have anything in particular you want to do.
yeah, sure, but that's what I did in the meantime. Then.
Okay. Yeah. So the crew left you a note, a recap of what they did today, and they said meet us at Troll Skull Manor with a little map. Let me drag you over there. Let's see. All right, that's great. That's convenient. Everybody in one place, except for Hugh. God damn it. There we go. That's why you name your tokens and your art assets boys, so you can look them up right on the spot. Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't know how to name stuff. I never got taught to spell.
Oh, are you a goblin too?
No, I'm just a dwarf.
Okay. Let me remove your sleeping icon, Inchi. There we go. So, Hugh, do you want to be with the crew, with everybody together? I think that's simpler.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Hugh's been with you guys the whole time. Uh, this whole map is Troll Skull Manor. I've labeled the different floors of it. One of the last things that happened here was a bottle of wine flew off an old dusty shelf and hit the wall. It looked like it was going to hit Huel or Blinken or Thorgren, but they all danced out of the way. The bottle hit the wall, and the splatter of wine left behind said, "My bar," as all of you stare at each other, shocked and in silence. Inchi walks in through the front door, reading a book upside down.
And, major, major what? M I M age. mm, oh,
It, it, it,
uh,
it's
mm,
pronounced mage.
Maj. Thank
Hmm.
you.
It's all short boys. It's all short boys.
Oh, hello guys. Just
We're,
reading.
we're the half pint squad.
The half pints, I like it. Inchi, you notice that on the wall there's like this fresh wine that spells out my bar. And you're also standing in Troll Skull Alley, a property that is 1/4 yours.
Okay.
The bar looks like it has not been um, like it hasn't been used in 10 years. There are stools here and there, but some of them have broken legs. The furniture has been torn into by vermin and insects. The torches and candles on the wall have been burned low, and there are broken glasses and plates everywhere. But it is solid. There's not water leaking through. It's not very cold. Uh, you can't hear the noise of the street outside. How does it feel to own 1/4 of this property?
And she feels nothing other than the debris against his feet as he kicks stuff out of the way with his bare feet.
All right. Blinken, how do you feel about being 1/4 owner of this property?
I think since he's been with his guild that does a bunch of wood and stuff, that flipping this property is obviously possible. But the problem is now we have, he's going to explain to Inchi and everything that this place is, and he air quotes, haunted, and pointing at the mess that says, mine or whatever. So,
My bar.
my bar. So we might have a problem here. I don't know if if you all are experts with the poltergeist, or maybe some exorcisms, because we might need to do that here.
Haunted, like ghosts.
Well, there's flying bottles thrown at us, so.
Yeah, you could say that the spirits are angry.
And we're not talking
Where's
about
that?
liquor, so.
Yeah, I'm talking about the spirits,
Yeah, ghosts.
Yeah, liquor.
Yeah.
Where's that
Wait,
broken bottle these drunk ghosts threw?
that's like I point at the crowd next to where it says my bar.
It is laying right here, right underneath the ground that says my bar.
And-
That's a good point. If the ghosts are drunk, we're gonna have to escort them off the property. And
Okay.
right. These ghosts better be 21. And she sits down crisscross applesauce and casts Arcana, or just checks Arcana on these bottles. Really, just staring at it.
While he does the totally not Arcana check, I'm gonna pull out the book on races and ages to officially declare whether or not that, depending on what race the ghost was before death, if they are over the age of 21.
Okay.
Like 120 for elf, or
What's the drinking age for elf? Do you just have a book with that?
no, it's pull it out from under the bar.
If you let me
Excuse
roll
me,
Arcana
sir.
on the bottle, it's 23.
Excuse me, officer. My girlfriend is definitely of age to drink. I can prove it.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see what an Arcana check is exactly.
Okay, how about this? Inchi is trying to see if there's magic on it, but if you just want me to roll bare bones perception
No,
or something like that.
intelligence, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
you're a wizard, and your intelligence is high.
Could be.
Like I like the character choice of you like learning to read, but also being able to cast spells. But like theoretically in D&D, you are very intelligent in general, not just for a goblin.
Yeah,
But you
sure,
can role play it however you want.
sure. Bare bones
Um,
intelligence 18.
oh, very nice.
For all we know, he's just playing stupid.
But the thing is, Inchi just picks up one of the broken glass pieces and holds it dangerously close to his eyes. He inspects it.
Well,
Mhm.
you don't get it that close, buddy. That's kind of how you poke
So-
eyes out.
The second time this is happening.
I'm fine. I'm looking. Let me concentrate.
All right. Just making sure because that alcohol is kind of strong.
Yeah, let him do his thing, Blinking. What are you doing?
Let me make sure I'm looking up the right type of D&D ghost because there's 15 different ghost
Yeah.
stat blocks.
Well, it's not that there's 15 different types. It's that D&D can't decide on a goddamn ghost.
Yeah. That's fair too.
Yeah, wouldn't want
So
to
many
accidentally
goddamn
give
gods.
wouldn't want to accidentally give you a poltergeist when it's supposed to be a specter.
Okay.
They're the same fucking thing. God damn it.
Joke's on you. I'm down to fight specters.
I'm an expert in phasmophobia. Okay.
Oh,
Joke's
okay.
on you. I
No,
need to
no,
look
no.
up both.
No. I'm seeing it. I see it now. Okay. So Inchi basic intelligence check. I mean, shit, your Arcana is really high too. You would know that for anything that is not corporeal, anything that does not have a body, to be able to move objects uh, is very powerful. If it is not something coming over from another plane, if it is indeed some kind of spirit or specter or poltergeist trapped to this area, you can tell that this is not some creature interfering with you from another plane. It's not a devil. It's not someone from another dimension. It is some kind of spirit attached to this bar. It is not the kind of magic that you're used to or attuned to, but you can feel its presence. You can feel its power.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my book again and flip through it. And the author of this book theorized that ghosts were part of an illusion of some kind. So there are pieces dedicated to ghosts, specters, nonsense like that. And that is exactly what I kind of point to and read whatever the hell Mike just said out loud to the rest of the group.
Something strong.
Apparently. Though I can throw a bottle just by myself and I'm not considered strong.
Okay. Well,
So,
I'm pretty sure that's a little different than if we're dealing with whatever is haunting this place.
can you throw a bottle?
I just grab a bottle and just throw it towards him.
Hey!
To be honest, that's who I
Don't
thought
waste
through the
the
bottle was
liquor.
Blinking.
Dex check. No, you have to dex check before you do that.
Okay.
No, don't. Sorry. It's a joke.
Whoa, Mr. Strong Guy over here. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Everybody roll a perception check on Inchi. So everyone but Inchi.
Okay.
Oh, good, because
Roll-
my computer's freezing up.
Oh, what
Alright.
check? Sorry.
That's
You
great.
said
Perception.
Perception.
Okay.
I rolled a
17.
22 total. I had to do math. I don't trust this fucking thing
I
anymore.
hate doing math.
Inchi, how long have you had this magic book?
Uh, I want to say over a year now.
Over a year now?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like a story for where you got it and stuff?
Uh, Inchi was searching near the river about half a mile from the soup hut in Cheezel village.
Mm-hmm.
And when scouring through the river, he stumbled on the shorebed next to it, under the leaves, a book of illusion.
Okay. Okay.
Very similar to
Cool.
The Ring in Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Brex, do you want to roll a perception check on Inchi? Or I'm sorry, schizophrenic.
Yeah, I got 22. I'm not trusting this fucking thing.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. If you could just put that in chat.
Oh, yeah.
When we do a roll like that, so I can see it. Cause so you got the highest. So you see it first. Thorgrim, you see it next, and Huel, you're just looking at Inchi and like you're so proud of your little buddy. But Thorgrim and Blinken, y'all can see that the book Inchi's reading from is Guide to Magic Tricks, Illusions, and Card Tricks, and Weird Stories from the Outer Planes. It is some kind of paperback book of tricks for children, but somehow Inchi has learned to cast magic from it, which makes him incredibly powerful in a way. But he does not have a proper spell book.
And he's reading it upside down.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Okay, boys, it's canon. Inchi is dyslexic. It is canon.
I mean, I'm okay
Inchi
with
is a
it.
small being. Yeah. Would either of you like to say something about that?
I'll be like,
Look what I'm reading.
yeah,
I'm so proud of him.
I'm like looking at the book, and I'm like, um, do you know any card tricks by chance? Like, you know, there's some cool card tricks that I've seen before. I don't know if you know anything. Is that the type of magic you learn?
Oh, do you have a card or cards on you?
I pull out a deck of cards. Here, check this out.
Lincoln, yeah, you have a 3-dragon anti-set from the
Oh
time
yeah,
you
that
played
is
it.
true. Yep.
While you hand him the cards, I'm gonna hold on to the book, turn it right side up, and look at
Well,
it.
hold up. Inchi would
Yeah,
have to give you his book.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm at. That was me asking.
Mm-hmm.
asking or like taking?
I'm asking. Can I hold on to your book while you do the card trick?
No, mine. And she stows it back away and grabs the cards,
How
and
much
then he
is
just
your
goes,
book worth?
uh, more than you got.
No, that was
Baldy.
out of character. Is it worth more than
Oh.
15 gold? Can I get inspiration for trying to steal
God
his
damn
book?
it. That's definitely
you
not
have
a
to-
15 gold
You
book.
can't lift it off fellow PCs.
No, I get that. I
Yeah.
was trying to be funny.
You're gonna be the reason this one rule has 10 pages of amendments.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
just watch.
and she's just shaking the deck of cards by his head, and before it looks like he's about to do some kind of sleight of hand thing, he just turns around and chucks it across the room. It's gone. Eh?
And I'm like,
I
oh
mean, he's
wow. And I
not
walk
wrong.
towards the card. Wow, that's impressive. I look at the
I
card.
bet
That's
I
very
am magically
impressive.
super strong for throwing it across a room, right?
Dude, you could be one of those like con men. Like we could make like a side gig here if we actually run this bar. Have some, people come in and ask for like some more entertainment besides some stupid bard singing. You could probably make some card tricks and get some more money that way.
Hey.
Well,
I'll throw
no
a bottle
offense.
at Blinken.
Can
I'm
you
a bard.
guys stop
I took
wasting the
offense to that
booze?
personally.
No
That's
offense,
half
man.
the reason why you'd come into a tavern. Hold on, is the music. As I
Would you
whack
be?
this bottle of wine over
Hold
his
on.
head.
Would,
I'm
would
like,
you be our
throwing
like
it at him.
music star, like our musician? Are you gonna be our headliner?
Well, not apparently not. We got Inchi here.
I mean,
Hello.
Definitely
gonna
would be a draw to this place.
I'm gonna go collect all the loose bottles of like alcohol and like go hide them in one of the back rooms before we lose more money.
Smart thinking, Thorben. Already taken
Well,
inventory.
All of these bottles are useless. They're aged. The cork in them is fucked up. Like the air hasn't been preserved properly. Everything in here is useless.
Who said that they had to be for drinking? They could be for decoration. We could sell them as decorations.
fine.
Okay,
Sure.
all right,
Or
fair enough.
throwing.
That being
So-
said, though, I am gonna come back with one after I break off the top and just sipping on it.
Mhm. So y'all have a variety. It tastes horrendous, but okay. Y'all have a variety of options. You can focus on this new property. You can focus on this ghost. You can focus on one of the faction missions, exploring the story. What would y'all, as a group or individually, like to do?
I think Lincoln would probably be more interested on the hauntings. Why is there possible haunting? Is there a curse? Maybe people know around the block there and see what the story is all about for this place.
and she's just picking up random debris and throwing it into the nearest can.
Blinken, you would remember that back here on the first floor, the level that is the bar and nothing else, there was some notes written in Common and Elvish in parts.
Okay.
And y'all remember that this feeling of haunting kind of only exists on this first floor, which is entirely a bar. You have to exit the bar and go to the staircase on the north side to get into the house. And once you enter the upper floors, you don't have this cold, dreadful feeling. It appears to just be haunting the bar.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull out the deed
Mm-hmm.
inside the bar and be like, right,
Mm-hmm.
I own the bar. Go away.
A cold wind moves through the bar. Some curtains ruffle. Nothing else.
I'm pulling out the flint and tinder.
A stool nearby moves as if something has put its hand on it.
Oh,
Do you do anything else?
I take a seat beside that stool. Obviously, it's trying to negotiate with me.
No, it was getting ready to throw it at you.
Oh, well, kind of hard to throw the stool at me when I'm sitting on the stool.
Okay. So holding flint and tinder in your hands, you sit down on the stool,
Yes.
your little feet kicking because they're in the air.
And she nudges one of the stools next to Thorgrim and says, "Oh, whoa, I can do that too. You're not impressive, ghost."
Hmm.
Okay. Does anybody else do anything?
I'm gonna probably um, head back to that office there or whatever to kind of double check on those notes while they're being stupid with the ghosts.
It's not that
Okay.
I'm being stupid, it's that I'm entering aggressive diplomacy.
I'm proving that they're
Uh,
stupid. They think they're so all powerful.
Uh
You
huh.
know?
Yep.
you
Yep.
you guys are free to move your own tokens. Oh, Blinken, do you let Aronax, the baby gold dragon, out in this area?
If there's no one else around, that besides our party, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you let him out and he immediately begins like scurrying under some furniture and he finds a rat and begins chasing it. And you, of course, know that means that there's more than one rat.
Yeah.
But you make your way back to this office area here. It looks like a kitchen on the battle map, but it is an office.
Okay.
And you find some notes. Some notes written uh, inputs and outputs, different types of ideas for specials, schedules for bards of different types, bards to come and do speaking shows, plays, sing songs, uh, and read poetry, things like that. It appears to be the papers of managing a business, and everything that is an official document that has to be signed is signed in an Elvish script reading Lith.
Hmm.
Lif, Lith.
LIF. Okay.
Roll a perception check on these documents. See if you can learn anything about Lith.
All right. I rolled a 14.
Okay, just a second. Okay. So with a 14, you notice these notes are meticulous. These notes are from someone who seems to care a great deal about providing a great experience and a lot of variety in their tavern. You notice that the records are pretty consistent, and if he books a person, he pays a person. There was a small amount of staff here. Um, these appear to be notes of someone who cared a lot about the bar they were maintaining,
Okay.
or the tavern that they were maintaining.
All right. So would I know, like, does it show anyone in specific, like their names or whatever that would show on there? Or is it just saying that this person did this and that?
Um, you recognize one of the names. Um, you recognize Vincent Trench, that
Okay.
human detective, the private eye that lives and works in this alley. Apparently, he was booked to come in and speak for a couple nights. Uh, and there's even a note that says, "Get Vinny his money." They seem the bar owner, Liff, and this person seem to be on good terms.
Okay. Uh, tu- 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 tu. All right. So I'll probably um, remember that, and I'll write that down. And I think my next step then is, once I go through everything there, if there's not anything more relevant, I'll probably um, eventually go to that trench guy and see if I could get some information about this place.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to go with Blinken?
Sure.
Nah,
All
and she's
right.
just on the counter trying to read through his nonsense and trying to figure out the ghost ordeal.
I'd be there with Inchi trying to calm the ghost down and see if the playing the music along helps.
Uh, Kirby's trying to calm it down, and she is trying to solve this thing out of a sense of superiority over the ghost.
Okay. Blinken, where do you leave Aranax in the bar or bring him with you?
I'll call for Aronax and see if he wants to go, and if he's just too busy running around chasing shit, then I'll leave him be.
Uh, you see him running around chasing shit. He's like just straight up on his belly, just crawling across the floor, chasing after this rat. He's very dexterous. When you call him, he stops, he looks in your direction, and he comes towards you, but he looks back towards the rat, but he comes over to you.
And I'll be like, if you want to stay here and chase the rats, by all means. I'm just gonna be gone for a few minutes.
And goes, and it looks very cute as it does it, and it nuzzles your leg in that notch where its eye should be, and it gives you a playful bite with its toothless, fleshy mouth, and you exit the bar.
Okay.
All right. Hugh and Inchi, y'all are in the bar. You hear those two leave. You hear the distinct sound of the double doors closing, and then it is just the sound of Huel playing and Aranax scurrying along the bar. And every once in a while, Inchi turns a page.
And she's standing on the bar as he turns the pages.
Oh, I like that. The pacing back and forth on the bar. That's great.
Yes, yes. Identical poltergeist, specter, 13 others.
Uh, all right. So Throbrun and Blinken, Y'all leave. Where's Troll Skull Manor? Y'all step outside of Troll Skull Manor. Directly across from you are carriage and stables, and you walk south west in Troll Skull Alley, and you eventually get to this nice house with a red tile roof. Out front is a painted sign of in bright, very bright colors that says "The Tiger's Eye." You step into it, and immediately you hear like some slow, mournful saxophone playing. The man that lives here, Vincent Trench, has put curtains up along all the windows. Barely any sunlight gets in, and what does cast what is that? That hard light that you can see in a smoke-filled room. There's a
Mhm.
man behind a desk lighting a pipe with a match, and he says, "Boys, what brings you into my establishment? It's usually nothing, anything good."
Listen, when I walk up to him, kind of, nodding at the I guess the ambiance of this place, and I'm like, look, I got some uh, information I want to get specifically about, and I point towards the Troll Skull Manor about that building there.
He says, "The carriage and stables. That's where you can rent a horse if you need one for a day,
No, no,
kid.
no, no, no,
But the
no, no,
only
no.
horse you should be getting is
Yeah.
one right out of this wicked city."
Look. I walked by the manor, and I've been hearing some things being thrown around.
Oh, Troll Skull Manor. Terrible thing what happened to the place. Used to be really lively. When you see, like, he looks back and he gets lost in a memory, that saxophone music gets really loud for a second and then drifts away. And he says, "Yeah, it was always hard times, but in there it was good times."
Look,
His, Mhm.
I approach him and I'm like, look, I heard that I hear a lot of stories. I believe is that I'm pretending to forget his name. Volo, I think that's his name.
Mhm.
Volo. He was saying that he had this building for a while, and I mean I don't know how long he's been there, but um, he was wondering if you, or at least I was wondering if was there do you know anything else about this building? Because apparently, from what I've heard, some people were heading in there and um, they were saying some stuff about like get out of here, this place is mine, and they hear this disembodied voice. I don't know if it's truly haunted or was there some cranky old man that's still there. Do you know anything about that?
Vincent Trench has his pipe in his mouth and he exhales, releasing a puff of smoke in the air. He quickly looks you up and down, and you get the sense that you're being watched by something with eyes as sharp as a cat's. Roll a deception check.
Yep. Okay. That will be. I'll write it here. It's going to be an 18.
18. He looks you up and down and says, "Oh, I heard rumors that it was Valo that won the auction for the Tiger's Eye, or for the Troll Skull Manor. He hasn't shown up to do much about it. He sent you boys along to clean it up for him. You want to know about the ghost, the specter?"
I mean, is that story true or?
Some say it's true. I myself have heard a thing or two at night, walking by the boarded up windows. If I
Hmm.
had to guess at anything, it'd be Liff. He was murdered there, you know. An angry patron on a really good night. It was a bar fight that got out of hand. Lift stepped in, tried to intervene. Just push the chew off of each other, get him to walk it off. He got stabbed. And he died in his own bar. He slams the desk and he says, "Damn it, he was a good man."
And that is sad. I mean, how long ago was this?
This was about 5 years ago. It's been abandoned ever since. No one wanted to buy it after what happened there. There's a competing bar right across the street. Took most of the business. Over the years, it's kind of worn down faster than normal, eh? Been odd. No one's wanted to, no one's coughed up the gold for the repairs. But it was sold off in an auction a few months ago. Must be to your boss, Volo. But
Yeah,
even he doesn't want to do nothing about it.
that makes sense now. Yeah. I mean, it's weird because I was just inspecting it briefly, and then like I see um, something sprawled out that says "my bar," so that makes sense that if it is indeed with the spirit, expecting. Um, was there any? I mean, was there any reports of if like the murderer was captured or was he gone?
Oh, he was captured that night. Too drunk to run away. Couldn't even believe what he did. It's just a kid. Got drunk, pulled out the knife to try to intimidate someone in a fight. It just all got out of hand.
I wonder if
Liff
it's
loved
tied to
that
that.
bar. He lived for that bar. All he wanted to do was grow old in it, keeping people happy, letting them take a load off after a day working in the guilds or the workhouses.
And I'm doing the dirty work to see if it's plausible to run this thing. Okay. What I mean, while I guess Liff was alive, was he all I mean, you say he was happy and everything. I mean, I would imagine that he would want that place up and lively and happy and everything. I don't know why. Is there a reason why he would like keep a grudge with the bar itself? I would think that if somebody were to take it and run it as a good business, he would be happy to see that.
And he goes, "Yeah, if someone were to do that, that'd probably appease him."
And then by chance, you, do you know anyone that would be an expert on this sort of thing? Maybe an exorcist or something that could scope it out a little further? Because it doesn't make sense to me that, like, from what I've heard, was that bottles are being thrown at people. I mean, I get that it was his property, but if there was a potential setup, as I think what Volo is doing, is probably trying to see if he could, flip it and make it a business type thing.
Yeah. So you're continuing to lie to him.
Oh
You're not
yeah.
working for Wallow. Okay, okay. Um, um, he says, "That's the thing about poltergeists and spirits. They get all twisted up. The grief, the pain, the yearning for life turns into anger and desperation. You're not meant to live without a soul, trapped in one place forever. Anyone would go mad." He
I
says, "Yeah,
wonder.
if you want, I can hook you up with an exorcist. It's been a while since I had a case like that, though, so I'd have to put my feelers out. Have to charge you my minimum fee,
Oh god, how much would that be?
50 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
But I'll get you someone that can do the job right. Not going to be no small timer. Going to be a competent person. I can guarantee you that. Well, my name ain't Vincent Trench."
Okay, I tell you what. I'll give you 25 now, and if this guy shows up and is promising, I'll give you 25 after.
He takes a moment. He takes a long puff of his pipe. He says, "Seems good enough for me." He reaches across to shake your hand.
All right, I reach across and shake his hand, and I'll give him 25 gold.
He's all right. And he asks you your name. He asks you some information. He writes it down in his book. He puts you down as his client. Blinken. And Thorgrim, are you here?
I think he said he got called
He
upstairs.
got
So
called upstairs.
yeah.
Okay. So he says, yeah, I can get you that probably in a couple hours.
Okay. I will. I guess I'll hang around over there at the manor till then.
Yeah, he grabs a coat and he escorts you outside. He's very professional. He gets started on the case right away.
Okay.
He says, so I assume we're going to be seeing you around the neighborhood a lot, he says, dumping out his pipe and loading in some new tobacco.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. If this thing gets going, I'm sure we'll see each other frequently.
He says, my services are always available. And he puts on a little hat and he walks off down the street, lighting his pipe. Oops. I can't grab his token, but he's gone. Okay. All right. You want to go back to the manor?
Yeah, I'll head back to the manor.
All right. You all start heading back.
What exactly is Kirby, Huel? What are you doing to soothe the ghost?
He's just trying to assortment of different songs and dodging wine bottles. Let's try this. He pulls out a
Um,
lute.
yeah. I mean, as y'all are just chilling here and not antagonizing it, nothing really happens to you. You'll roll a performance check.
Yes.
And she is walking on the bar.
Mhm.
Performance. All right. So with 15, Huel, you begin to play some music. What kind of music do you play?
You start with like his flute at first, and he switches to he's got a banjo now.
Oh hell yeah.
Strings.
Some fast-paced banjo, something to dance to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody kind of likes that. The tension in the bar actually goes down a lot. Uh, Aranax stops scurrying around and actually runs up next to you and starts sleeping next to some trash, listening to you play. Inshi, you find it's a lot easier to read your book and your pace kind of picks up a little bit. And Huel, after you've been playing for a few minutes, you open your eyes and all these torches on the wall that aren't lit, they are lit now. They are once again brand new looking. And you look around and you can see this furniture, all this broken things, the way that it used to be, where it come from. You see the outline of where this picture used to be on the wall. You see different parts of this sofa over here, and you can see how they were torn apart, and you can see what it would have looked like together. And you can see that this bar used to have people in it, dancing, being jovial, having a great time, playing a game of cards over here in the corner, two people that just met exchanging secrets and words of love for the first time over here. You can see people getting into comedic arguments over here in the corner, and Elf behind the bar where you're sitting right now, serving people different glasses of fine wine and mead, telling them stories of the countries that it came from far away. He has a wonderful, beautiful smile on his face, and the moment that anything breaks or something gets spilled on the floor, he bends down to clean it up immediately and keep the party going. The only thing that interrupts this trance is the sound of Blinken and Huel coming in the front door. Aranax perks up awake and runs over to you, Blinken, and scurries around your feet and says,
I pet Aranex.
Does Huel look like he's in a trance?
uh, Whenever Huel really starts playing, he always looks like he's really in a trance, letting the music move through him.
Okay, and she crouches down in the bar, opens my book, facing towards him, and says, "Hey, Heel, do you think this is a keening spirit? An evil aligned female elf? Do you think that's what this is?"
That's very specific, but probably seems pretty angry and whipping bottles and such.
I knew it.
Huel, you remember one of the last things you saw in your trance was Liff, the bar owner, bending down to pick up a glass of wine that had been broken on the bar. You notice that there on the bar now sits a few broken glass shards, and she has kicked a few of them off the bar and onto the floor as he's been walking.
I want to walk in, and as I walk in, I want to sound like Professor from Futurama, be like, "Good news, everyone! I've, it seems like I found some expert dealing with this ghost, so he should be here within a couple hours. So maybe he'll help us get rid of this situation."
Um, does anyone want to do anything or just skip to that?
Don't worry about it. I already got it figured out. It's a keening spirit. It's an evil aligned female elf. That's just mad.
Uh huh.
I saw someone in my vision. It definitely was a female, but I couldn't tell who she was.
Uh
It
huh.
was a male. It was a male.
Oh, it was a male. Sorry. I,
Whoa,
I,
whoa, Heel, you
I'm
can't just
confused.
guess that sort of thing, man.
It was
Yeah.
blurry in my vision. I couldn't.
Did you ask? You didn't ask the trans its pronouns.
Oh fuck.
I just saw the broken bottle that you're kicking around right there.
And she kicks it again. Big whoop, I'm right.
Inchi, roll a dexterity check.
Oh hell yeah.
My work, damn you.
Ah, shit. Okay, I was saying DC 12 in my head. Inchi,
Ooh.
something slams the bar that you're standing on. The wood cracks, the vibrations wiggle your feet and your knees. You feel yourself almost tip over and fall off the bar, but you remain upright. Brax, welcome back.
Hey, yeah,
Huel,
sorry about that.
Blinken gave 50 gold coins or 25 gold coins to the private detective to find an exorcist. They found out that the bar owner used to be named Liff and was murdered here, and he apparently loved this bar and kept it clean and kept it lively. Huel was in here playing music for the bar, and the mood lightened, and he had a trance. He saw a vision of the bar where it was nice and jovial, and saw the bar owner Liff keeping people happy, entertained, and keeping the bar clean. Inchi just kicked a glass bottle off the bar and has rolled a dexterity check because something slammed the bar he was on, cracking the wood, trying to knock him over, but he remained upright.
Out of curiosity, and she kicks it again into the floor, or more of the debris.
This time, like you kick over some like paper and like some moldy bread and plates onto the floor. Roll another dexterity check.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
3.
Uh,
3. Inchi, you are shoved in your chest off the bar. You move back 15 feet. And you slam into this stuffed chair right here. You are going to take 1d4 damage that I will roll. 3.
Ah, keening spirits aren't nice.
Does
Mm.
anybody do anything?
yeah, I start tidying up.
Oh, how do you do that?
You know, anything broken, I'm gonna start sweeping up.
Okay. Does anybody else do anything?
Yeah, and she grabs the nearest thing toward him and throws it at the bar. What was that for, you spirit?
Huel?
I'll just be still like playing along and just sitting there watching.
Okay. Blinken.
I'll sit around and kind of try to maintain order if things go crazy with Inchi and the ghosts, and be like, look, this expert's coming. We're gonna help. It's good to have a second opinion. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, you can shove him around for all I care.
Okay.
I'm gonna put all the broken bottles into
Uh
like
huh.
a crate or something to like clean it
Uh
up a
huh.
bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Over here where you're standing by this picture, there's like what was clearly like 3 or 4 glasses together on a table that had been knocked over. You put those glass shards like in a box, and then you pick that box up and put it somewhere else, and you see this picture that it was covering up on the floor, and you see the outline of where it used to belong on the wall. Inchi, as you throw that plank of wood back towards the bar, it stops midair, and everyone can see a specter
Oh no.
standing at the bar. It has pink skin, white eyes. Its hair is white and standing on end. Its face is sunken, its skin tight to its decaying muscles and bones. You can't see its feet or where it ends. It just fades away. An aura of despair comes off of it, and it is holding this plank of wood in its hands, and it is looking towards Inchi, or it's looking towards Huel though. Everybody roll initiative.
Ah,
You're
fuck.
not in combat. I just need initiative
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Like slowly playing my instrument. I'll turn around and see it.
Okay, I thought I really screwed up here.
Is it that huge?
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Yeah,
All
that's
tokens are from your guys' perspective now.
God damn it. Yeah, that's true. We're
it's
all
like bigger than the bar. Holy.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
And with
Oh,
that, I put the painting on the wall.
fantastic. Yeah, that would be you first. Um, Inchi 2, Blinken 7, Thorgren 18, Huel 10. All right. You put the painting back on the wall, you said?
Yeah. Where it goes.
You put yes, you put the painting on the wall, and the specter looks from Huel over to you, but it's not looking at you, Thorgren. It's looking at the painting. The painting is of some windmills that power some flour mills. You can actually see them when you enter Waterdeep, as you did through the southern road. Huel, you continue playing, or Huel, what
Yeah,
would you like to do?
I I'm thinking here. Mm, I'll just keep playing for now. Try to see if the music's doing anything, and if not,
Roll a performance check.
singing down by the river. No, I'm kidding.
But
I
there's no
mean, if you
rivers
want.
here.
Let's go.
Another good one? Hell yes. All right. Are you still keeping the music jovial, happy, or what's the mood you want to set?
I'm playing the banjo like all suspenseful, like like I don't know.
Boys playing Darude.
Suspenseful.
Yeah,
Suspenseful.
suspenseful banjo. However that would sound.
Fucking playing
Okay.
Sandstorm.
You're still playing good. The music appears to calm Lif in some way. Blinken, what would you like to do?
I will, you know, act like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, just kind of lift his hand up and be like, "Calm down, Lift. Calm down. We're trying to make a
Aranax,
good business."
Aranax crawls up your back and back into its pouch and starts like shivering in fear from the ghost. Inchi, with your turn, Lif, the poltergeist, looks in your direction, its arm raised, having caught that plank of wood that you threw at it. You are well aware that it could throw it back to you. The music, no, Inchi, uh, Inchi, you saw Thorgrim put the painting on the wall. You hear Huel's music, and you see Blinken tense up. What do you do?
Um, and she casts Major Image
Okay.
or Major Image,
Yes.
and it appears to be a exact replica of the Spectre right by me and says, "Hey, don't be pushing me around, messing with someone your own size. Look, there's another one."
Okay.
And she steps back from the Major Image of another Spectre.
Okay. Physical interaction with the image reveals it as an illusion. Okay. Use where do you move? You can move your own token.
Yeah, the Spectre is exactly where you just put it, and I just step back towards this. What is this? A fireplace?
It looks like it was like a boarded up fire pit. Yeah.
Yep, and she just sits back and sees what goes down.
Okay. And it is Lif's turn. And Lif looks shocked at the poltergeist image of itself at first, and it drops the plank of wood and its arms fall down by its side. And it looks at the mirror image and it cocks its head to the right, and the mirror image cocks its head to the right. Lif raises its hand to its chest, and so does the mirror image. Uh, it does something strange with its face, and so does the mirror image. And it steps back from itself, and so does the mirror image. Thorgrim, what do you do? Did we get another BRB from Mr. B? Huel, your turn. What do you do?
I like kick the stool up from behind me and stand up down. I start playing Darude on the banjo.
Yes.
What is your goal?
Nice.
What is your goal here?
Initiate a kaiju battle between these Spectres.
Yeah, get them riled up. I'm trying to get them angry to fight the other ones.
You want to get them angry. Okay.
Like maybe like try to like bring back some memories of like the bar that was here, like a bar fight that happened a long time ago. Or get him try to remember, right?
Okay. Roll a performance check.
What are we on about?
I'm playing Darude Sandstorm
Oh,
to the kaiju.
So Inchi cast mirror image and created a mirror image of Lift the Spectre to try to distract it or scare it, and she ran to the other side of the bar. Lith spent its turn staring at itself and appearing to be scared of its own mirror image. Huel started playing Darude Sandstorm to try to hype up the ghosts and make them angrier, and he got a 20 on his roll. But before I describe that action, Thorgrim, what do you do?
I'm going to take the stool and place it upright so it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna put the chairs by the table. Just keep tidying, because that seemed to have been calming it down.
Do you say anything to your companions or the ghost?
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
Okay. Huel, you try to hype up Lif and the mirror image to fight each other. Your music seems to add some tension to the air, and Lif seems to be getting more scared and more angry. Blinken, what do you do?
I'm gonna say enough of this. We're gonna get some help. And we mean no harm. We're trying to run a good business here. We're gonna make this place the best that we can.
Lif hears your words and looks over in your direction, and you appear to have its attention. Do you say anything else?
And I would say we mean no harm. We're trying to be good business so that we could carry your reputation. That's all.
Okay. Inshi, it is your turn. What do you want? What do you do?
And shoot, what I do to not break this concentration. And she puts his fingertips together and says, Mr. Ghost, you aren't angry at us. You're angry at yourself. Look at what you've become.
This isn't the therapist that he needs, okay?
Is this what you want to be?
Oh my god.
Now look to yourself and ask within yourself. Is this what you want to be?
Roll a persuasion check.
You were meant to
Yeah.
destroy the ghosts, not
We're
join them.
playing. We're playing D&D, baby.
18.
Oh, gross.
Fantastic.
Gross.
For Lift's turn, it looks back at the mirror image. It looks to Blinken. It looks at Inchi. It looks at Thorgren putting the tables back together and the chairs at the tables. And Thorgren, that little corner you're looking on almost looks normal. You've gotten all the trash out of it. You put the picture on the wall. You put some stools around the table. And it looks back at the mirror image of itself and it begins touching itself again and watching the mirror image copy it. And it again makes that strange motion with its face and it goes, ah, ah, and different bottles and plates around the room begin to rattle and it puts its hands to its face and it begins heaving and it looks like it's crying a bit. Huel, do you keep playing your suspenseful fight music?
No, I'll stop playing Darude.
God damn it.
As you stop playing, the only sounds are of that sobbing, and then that fades away, and the only sounds are of Thorgrim cleaning different parts of the bar and putting them back to normal. uh, Lith sinks to his knees and looks around at this area that used to be his bar, his little kingdom, his area that he kept nice and tidy. And he looks at the destruction he's caused in it over the years. And he starts picking up shards of glass and moving them into a pile. Uh, and that is the only sounds you can hear. Thorgrim, what do you do?
I continue cleaning.
Huel, what do you do?
I would stop like slowly playing the banjo. You hear like the do do like it getting slower and slower. And I can't move my token for some reason, but I'll definitely try to move away and give it some space.
Your token should be movable by all players. Try it now.
Oh, I can click it and move it now.
Okay.
Don't I just try to move just a bit away? Maybe while still like watching over there by the bar, I'll start helping Thorben tidy up a bit.
Okay.
Some of the
Blinken.
stool bottles.
Okay.
Um,
Blinken, how about you?
I will help. I'll grab whatever and help clean, and at the same time, I'll be like, look, we mean no harm. We're going to run this business. I don't know if you could understand me, but according to an old friend of yours, Vincent Trench, he's claims that you were a good person, and by any means, all we're doing is making a good uh, establishment here. That's all. Trying to make this a nice place, a place to stay and have a good business. Um, and I'll just continue cleaning while I do that. Hopefully, he can understand what I'm saying.
It pauses its cleaning while you talk to it, and when you stop, it resumes its cleaning. You assume that to mean that it can understand you in a way. Inchi, what do you do?
Uh, and seeing how the ghost is calming down, uh, the major image fades a little as the ghost cleans, trying to cause like a psychological
Damn it.
healing thing. And he flips through the pages of his book and says, "No, I saw something for this. Oh,
There is a section in your book on how to talk to ghosts.
no, no, no. It's something scribbled in the in a corner saying, uh, we we become what we want to be by consistently being what we want to become each day. You can be better, Ghost Man." And that's the end of my turn.
You don't do anything else, just that.
Nope, that and keeping up my major image. It's faded a little, but major image is still up.
Okay. All right. Y'all continue doing that for a while. We are out of turn order now. Um, After about 30 minutes of cleaning the bar, y'all hear a knock at the door. And you hear the voice of Vincent Trench call for you. He says, Mr. Blinken, Mr. Blinken, I'm here with the person you asked for.
All right. I kind of look at the group and says, all right, we got someone here that could help us. So gonna
But I got this covered.
we're gonna I spent money for this, so we're gonna use them. Okay. So I walk to the door and be like, all right, I'm coming. And I open the door. Yeah, come on in. We're just dealing with the ghost currently. I'm like looking around just to make sure nothing happens while I mention it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna jump into the chimney and start cleaning out the chimney.
As you are looking around the chimney, a broom floats over to your hand to aid you in cleaning the chimney.
It's about time you start helping, and I take the broom.
Blinken, you see that right before you open the door, and it is Vincent Trench standing there with a tiefling woman. She looks dressed in all black, her hair dyed purple with a purple eyeliner around. She looks exactly like the kind of person who could get rid of a ghost. And Vincent Trench says, This is Irony. She is one of the finest exorcists and spirit talkers in all of the deep. And Irony goes, Hello.
Oh, God damn it. So I nod and be like, yes, hello, Irony. I'm gonna say that if you can look around and see what's going on here, because is that my bar message still on the wall, or did we clean that up already?
Y'all haven't quite cleaned that area. Y'all are
So,
just picking up trash. You haven't gotten buckets of water and soap out of it.
okay, so I'll be like, yeah, we've been dealing with a haunting. Apparently, it could be Lif, and I point at the, my bar and be like, that's kind of what we're doing. Hopefully, you could help me out.
Okay, you let Irony into the bar. Vincent Trench does not follow and says, "This bar is not the place for me anymore. If you know what I mean, mate. I will take the other half of our contract and I'll be on my way."
Very well. I'll give you the other half as agreed upon, and hope we'll get in touch maybe after this.
He takes your gold coins, he counts them, he puts them all in his bag. You have paid him 50 gold coins, and he says, My services are my services are vast and always available, Mr. Blinken. Good day to you, and always stay safe in the deep. And he walks along, huffing on his pipe. You escort Irony around the bar. Lif seems to ignore her. Lif is still spectral at this point. Inchi, are you still casting your minor illusion?
Major illusion, yes.
Major illusion? Um, and Irony takes note of it at first and says, "Oh," and then looks at it a bit closer and can tell that it's not a real specter and goes, "Oh," and looks around the bar, looks at the my bar, looks at the specter cleaning up, and listens to Blinken explain what has happened before. And Irony says, "Well, I mean, look, dude, it looks like you figured it out. He just cared about his bar a lot. I assume if y'all help him take care of it, he'll either disappear or take care of you, you know? That's what specters do. They move on or they hang on. They're not good or bad necessarily. They just need some special needs met."
Okay, so this is like an evil willed type spirit. Then.
Irony looks over in the direction of Lif, moves her fingers in a certain way, and rubs some herbs and twigs from a pouch that she has together. And she says, "I can sense no inherently evil motive off of it. I can feel grief, despair, desperation. Those things can certainly lead to evil, but are not necessarily of themselves evil."
I'm going to push the ghost into the chimney and hand it the broom while pointing up to get it to clean higher up.
You're not that cool yet, man.
Hey, if it's helping clean, it can get the higher spots that I can't reach. It's the tallest out of the half pints, okay?
I mean,
If
we're
it
not a
wants up-
measuring contest.
If
Listen,
it wants to be a part of the bar, it's got to put its weight in.
Oh,
So
okay.
this
far,
place,
it's weightless.
it doesn't actually have a fireplace. It has a fire pit, and you can tell that there's like a vent system that leads outside.
I'm pointing to the vent.
All right. It begins cleaning the vents by moving the broom spectrally. Um, and Irony says, "Well, it seems to be helpful. I assume if you aren't aggressive towards it, and it sees you as caring for its former property, it will be good to you and uh, be good to any guests. Seems like it just wants to run a bar once more."
It'll make a good bartender.
I mean, yeah, actually.
So I would drink at an establishment like that.
I think we're onto something. You know what, Irony? I appreciate your help, and I hope that we can keep in touch just in case things go sour. But it seems like, yeah, you're right. And I look at Cliff, and it seems like it's cooperating with us. So, um, you know, maybe we'll get in touch later about this just in case.
Irony reaches into like her thigh high boots that she has on and pulls out a a little slip of stiff paper. It says on the front, "You're gonna need me again," and on the back it says "Irony" and where to find her in Waterdeep.
Okay. I'll take it and I'll nod and say appreciate it.
She says, "Yeah, yeah, mate," or she goes, "Yeah, okay. Let me know when this place is up and running. I'll come by. I'll bring my friends. We're a great time." And she
Perfect.
leaves the bar.
Nice. All right.
And that's 3 Candlekeep cameos. Okay.
And she shouts over to Blinken, "I told you we didn't need her."
I've paid a lot of money, so we had to use her. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
50 gold coins for a cent's good of evil.
God damn it.
All right. Aaron X begins helping cleaning too. He runs around the bar and catches various rats, breaks their necks, and brings them into a pile. He does it to be helpful, but it's kind of weird in that way. Like when a cat brings you something to kill, like he's very proud of it, but it looks very careless. Y'all continue doing this, and y'all can get most of the big items like cleaned up, like whatever you want to spend like days getting this bar up and ready, or hire someone to come in and clean it. We can do some serious work on it, and I believe I have an updated and clean battle map for when that
Um,
happens.
I mean, we don't need to hire anybody. We have like built-in custodian right here.
God damn it.
Blinken, regarding any feelings you might have about that, this is a lot of work for one person to do,
Yeah, yeah.
even a specter.
We're gonna need help
Uh,
regardless.
as we discussed last session, um, if you want to pay people to come in and get this done, it would take about 1,000 gold coins to renovate the bar. Then there'd be about another 250 in taxes and guild fees on top of that. But if y'all do that, you will have a completely renovated bar that can open as a business. Until then, this place can function as a house. You already own it. Um, it's a long time away from tax season, so you don't have to worry about that right now.
Uh, and she's not helping clean at all. He picks up one of the dead rats that the dragon gets and puts in his pocket. Otherwise, he's just spouting fortune cookie therapy quotes to the ghost.
Inchi, as y'all are cleaning, your friends tell you that out in Troll Skull Alley, there is an entrance to the sewers if you ever want to use it. So on the street outside of this bar, uh, which I can show you later, there's a sewer access.
Very handy.
Yep. All right, so y'all can spend some time getting like this big stuff cleaned up. That seems to appease Lif in a way. Anytime y'all come across a glass or anything that could be saved, like a mug that wasn't shattered or broken, you put it on the bar and it picks itself up, and a rag comes over and begins rubbing it to get all the dirt off. But y'all do about all you can before you start having to get like tools and buckets of water and soap involved in cleaning.
Um, if we're gonna clean anything like thoroughly, we should start with the rooms.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
That way, we can at least start renting out rooms.
You want to rent out rooms? Y'all also need to find out where you're going to stay tonight.
We could stay
Can't
at
go back to the yawning
one of the
portal
floors.
without paying. Yeah.
I mean, only rich folk need to pay for the yawning portal.
No, everyone needs to pay for the yawning portal.
Can't we
Y'all do.
stay at this manor
Mhm.
here?
Yeah,
And
that's
try to
what we're.
sleep in here?
If we clean up one floor of rooms, then I'm sure that would be ideal.
Okay. We can go up there.
Too many bad memories at the portal with Galanis and all that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty
he
scary.
started
What do
sleeping
you
in the
mean?
murder room.
What do you mean? What I mean? He was murdered in there.
All right, everybody. So
Were
if
you
you zoom
sleeping?
out on this map, there is the second floor, there's the third floor, there's an attic, and there's a basement that is accessible from the bar area. Y'all get to pick rooms.
Hmm.
Who's first?
Roll for. No, I'm kidding. I'll let everyone else pick first.
Were
I'm
there
not
any
opposed.
room? Go.
Oh, just like I don't care which room. I'm not opposed to wherever.
Were there any rooms in the first floor?
No, so the first floor is all bar area. There's a little area in the back here that is like a prep area and an office. I mean, you could sleep on the main floor. There's nothing stopping you from that, but there's definitely not a bedroom down there, you know.
Mm.
Up here, let's see. On the second floor here, there's like a bathroom, and I believe there's also a bigger bathroom on the third floor. There are like tubs for washing yourself that have pipes connected to the outside where you can flush the water out and have the water come in. You are in an area of Waterdeep that has a functioning plumbing system. The
What
attic
is
has a bedroom.
what is this room down here, bottom left on the first floor?
Bottom left. Yeah,
Yes.
that's that office prep area.
Hmm.
So where Lith is the bar. This is kind of storage. This is prep.
Gotcha. Okay. And she just walks into this room saying, this place is nice. Nice. Almost warm.
Mm-hmm. You know, every once in a while there's a plank of wood loose or a shingle loose or a window that's cracked and you can feel a cool breeze coming in. But, you know, with a little bit of work, this would be a really nice place.
I poke my head out of the room. I haven't had a room this nice since the yawning portal.
You mean the other day?
Yeah.
Like earlier today, like when you left there.
Uh-huh.
Well, boys, I haven't slept in a place this good since last night. I love it. I love Vinci. I'll be right back. Y'all can spend time cleaning, but y'all have things to do today. But if you also want to ignore them completely and clean up and see what happens tomorrow, you can do that too.
I'm trying to remember what jobs we had.
I mean, he left him on Discord, didn't he? Let me see.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Because we should probably go do a job or two.
Yeah, I mean, I could join doing jobs.
So we agreed to set up the Shadow Man. We dealt with the scarecrows. We need to get 3 city guard watch uniforms.
2 city yard uniforms.
Oh, we already got one?
No.
I'm
Then
back.
we need 3.
I'm going to use. I assume we're gonna be resting soon, so I'm gonna use. I like turn around for a minute and start like messing with like my bag. I'll spin around like this is
Go
like
ahead, Drake.
Crash Bandicoot. So like you can't see is like what he's wearing. Like he spins around so it's like a blur, and then he turns around and he's in a guard outfit.
Do you own a guard outfit, or did you just cast a spell?
He
Yes.
cast the spell.
I just
so
casted a spell.
Okay, so we need 3. We need 3 uniforms.
What do you mean? I look just like a guard. Are you
Yes, but
blind?
it's not for us.
Oh,
God damn it.
sorry, I was falling asleep there. It's getting tired. I'm getting sleepy, you know?
You're something.
it's like 3 p.m.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's getting late. 5 o'clock's
Yeah.
nighttime. No.
And then we still don't know if we can do a job for the Thieves Guild, because I know Inchi didn't want to, like, fuck with them in a negative way, so maybe we can get some good brownie points through them. And then same as the Castellanters.
What we're gonna do about the Shadow Man situation? Should we deal with that after? I mean, it's
Well,
during the evening,
Well, he wants to kill her, and she wants to capture him.
right?
So...
I don't want to kill her personally.
No, I don't either.
Kind of fucked if I do that. I mean, I work at a guild for God's sakes.
Yeah, so... I guess... I really don't know. Like... Do we just want to figure out what everyone else is offering while we come up with a plan for the Shadow Man?
Yeah, we could do that. See if maybe something is correlated with what we want to do about the Shadow Man.
Alright.
And she's just in his room skinning a rat, a
Okay.
dead rat.
Okay.
And she, as you're doing that, you reflect on what made you want this manor so badly. The castle enters and poking around your family's village. There's about 60 goblins there, and you thought that this might be a good place for them to stay. What do you think about that now?
And she looks around his current room and sees how much goblins he could uncomfortably pack into this room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6?
Just
You know,
6? Uncomfortably?
I mean, okay, 12. I mean, but you'd be pushing at them
How long till
Uh,
they're bursting out of the doorway?
because you got to remember, your mom always told you, said, you can't just shove everyone into one small room in a cave and have them sleep there. They'll take all the air out and suffocate. You got to think, and you can't just do what's easy.
uh, and she like kind of like vaguely remembers, but he's not very fond of thinking. So and she just goes back to skinning his rat and says, "This could work. How do I drop this on the rest?" And that's all I've got right now. And she's busy trading this rat.
Okay. For the record, can hear what your friends are talking about, and you can participate in the conversation.
And I'll join him eventually.
Okay. Aranax is also chewing on a rat in this room. So, what would y'all like to be doing next?
To the yawning portal?
I mean, we could just stay here, can't we?
Yeah, but we're trying to look for
Well,
other
no,
jobs.
we gotta come up with a plan.
It's 3 o'clock. It's almost bedtime. What do you mean?
What? What?
I'm gonna go over and smack, not smack, but kind of like pester the baby dragon. Like, don't eat that. I see
He's
this little
hungry.
teddy bear. This
What's
little teddy bear
weird?
right here.
Mm,
Oh, sorry.
What's weird is Aranax can't eat it, so he's kind of just gnawing at it.
Here you go, little bud. I'm gonna grab this teddy bear and this little like soldier figurine and go over and give it to him. Like, chew on these things.
Aranax lets the rat go and starts wrestling and playing with the teddy bear. Go, yeah.
Nice. We got something to distract besides this smelly dead rat. Okay.
You don't want eating those. You get sick. Who knows
mean-
where they've been?
Yeah,
And
you're
she
right.
walks
Other
into the
room?
room. And she walks into the room eating a dead rat on a stick.
No. And she walks in carrying the skinless rat by its tail. It says,
Mhm.
"Thorgrin, can I borrow your fire starter?"
God damn it. Yeah, you can. Oh, sorry.
Huel's eyes are just wide open. He's not even saying anything to this. Thorgan, I think he's asking for something.
Yeah,
And she
Thorgrim.
waves the skinless rat in front of Thorgrin. Thorgrin.
Thorgrim's
No.
just staring off into the middle distance.
I don't want your rat,
Oh, he snaps
But-
back.
He's not giving it.
but how many rats do we have?
That little dragon made a pile downstairs. I'll go count him if you give me that fire starter.
No.
Am I the youngest one here?
Please.
How old are all of you? Are you going senile, Thorgan?
I'm going to ignore you and go downstairs and start counting the rats.
Oh.
Okay.
And she's right on Thorgrin's tail. Please.
So we have enough rats that we can make rat minced pies.
That's
2
gross.
of them.
That sounds good.
That
I'll
is
get the fire
disgusting.
started. Just give me the starter.
What the fuck?
I'm going to hand you 2 sticks.
Okay. Where? Thorgrin,
said-
I saw you have it earlier. Just let me borrow it.
You said the fire
Inchi,
starter.
since you're downstairs, the fire pit, the couple bricks are loose in it, and you see fire appear from between those bricks.
Oh, never mind. And she grabs one of the sticks and walks over and like kind of just shoves the stick in the rat.
No, you don't stick it into the rat's belly through, its belly. You
And
go
what?
this way, and
That's not a that's not
I
a
s-
belly button. And I pull up the rat's tail to show what hole I put it through, and I
Oh.
still bring it to the fire.
God. Ugh. Alright.
Okay. Thorgrim, there's like, oh, what the fuck is happening? 4 dead rats in the pie. And your
Okay, so
dad
we're just
always
making
told
rat
you,
kebabs.
and your dad always told you, for every rat you see, there's 10 rats you don't.
Got it, rat kebabs.
No, I don't.
Are you
Okay.
coming up with a menu or a dinner plan?
Yeah, what the fuck's going
Dinner
on?
plan
That's
for tonight.
gross. Okay. Ugh.
Huel and Blake and the yawning portal was sounding so
Yeah, I'm
appetizing
going to
right
the
now.
yawning portal and order some food.
I'm going to get a ratatouille to go. Maybe 2 of them. 2 ratatouilles to go.
No,
this is
ratatouille is
sad.
made with vegetable. You want ratatouille.
Thorgrim,
Okay.
you also have your abyssal chicken.
Ooh, yes, the abyssal chicken.
Okay. Well, I'd rather eat that than rats.
I'm gonna make rat chicken kebabs.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the yawning portal now.
All right. I believe y'all still have Huel's cart with you, so y'all are able to make it back to the yawning portal in
Yeah.
about 15 minutes. Y'all walk in through the front door. It's about 3 p.m. The yawning portal is as lively as ever. Everyone is here, including now all of the Doom Raiders. And we'll say the Artificer is here. So give me just a second. Yeah, I'll say the Artificer's here. I had her leave earlier, but whatever. All right, so y'all walk into the bar. You see that everyone is here. The Thieves Guild, Ruby Rabbits, the Sea Maidens Fair. You assume that Milton is in the back room, Dernan and Bonnie at the bar, the Doom Raiders, the Artificer, and Follow, as well as the dozens and dozens of other patrons drinking in the Yawning Portal. What would you like to do?
Personally, I think Blinken will, since he sees Volo up, Blinken would probably go over there and kind of discuss the fact that Volo failed to mention that there was a haunting inside the building.
Okay, we'll go through turn order here. Fuck. And we'll just leave it with what that was. Okay, let me give you a nameplate. Okay. Okay. Blinking, you should be able to move a token, but I got you right now.
Okay.
We walk up next to Volo, you say all that, and he says, "Oh my boy, I told you it was not in the best of conditions, and I was not 100% certain that it was haunted. I just knew that, as they say these days, the vibes were off."
I
Never
mean,
say that again, Volo.
can you imagine? The and then Blinken's like, "Oh look, we're dealing with it. I mean, it's not too much of a big deal once we understood. But do you even know who this spirit is?"
He says, "No. Did you figure it out? Have you solved it already?"
It was it was Liff, the owner of the bar.
He invites you to sit down and tell him the story.
Yeah,
Tell
well,
him and Rainier the story.
I'll definitely sit down and like tell him in details what we had to do. Uh, you know, coming from like first getting in there and cleaning up stuff, and Lift throwing the fucking bottles at us and writing a message, and
Being a general asshole to us.
until we figured out who it was.
All right. Durnan and Bonnie, take your order. What would you like to order from the Yawning Portal?
Um, I'll be like, you know what? I'll get the the clams and cream sauce. Sounds good.
All right. Subtract that from your inventory.
Yep.
Inshi, what would you like to do in the Yawning Portal?
And she sits down across from my Thieves Guild guy right here. Gnawing on my charred rat. I say, "What you got for me?"
Oh shit. Actually, guys, I'm sorry. The artificer is not here. I remembered what I had her doing. Oops.
Oh yeah.
All right. You sit down across from this person, and you say that, and he says, "Hey, mate." And then he trails off. And Inshi, you hear a voice inside your head, and it is the voice of Nilhor, and it is coming from this Thieves Guild person. And it says, "Inshi, you are needed at the Thieves Guild. There is a contact I wish for you to make."
And she takes another bite from his rat. Yeah, sure, boss man. I'll be right there.
All right. You heard all of that in your head. Uh, and again, in your head, you hear Nilhor say, "Make haste. Bring your friends if you trust them."
But what if they don't want to come?
"I do not care." And then the person's eyes blink and he goes back to returning to normal. And he says, "Are you eating a fucking rat?"
Yeah, what of it, Nilhor? You gonna judge me more?
He says, "Oi, mate, my name's Meta. Don't put any shit on my name."
Nuh-uh, you just told me to come down to the Thieves Guild and make some type of contact. You
He
can't
goes,
be
what are you talking? And he starts holding his head and he gets like a headache and he starts scratching at this scar that runs all along, like around the top of his skull. And you have this vivid memory of the intellect devourer taking off the top of the skull of Lord Growlhound and eating its brain and implanting itself inside Lord Growlhound and puppeting him.
and she puts his rat on the table as he notices this and says, "Oh, whoa. Hold on, let me take a look at that." And she stands up on the table and like grabs his head and is looking at the scar.
Anywhere else this would stand out, but in the yawning portal, this draws no attention. Thorgrim, what would you like to do?
I'm just looking around, seeing what's going on, and fuck it, I'm gonna go ask the castle lanterns what kind of jobs they're offering right now.
All right, you can move your own token. You see that Milton is still doing interviews for private security, and he has a little sign pointing him to the back. He must be renting out a room from Durham to be able to run this little recruitment business out of here.
All right,
You walk in, and he says, "Ah, yes, Thorgrim." He says, "Ah, yes, Mr. Thorgrim. It is a pleasure to see you once more. Please take a seat. Help yourself to some wine, mead, or tea. The Castellantas only provide the finest for our faithful servants."
Okay, I'm going to pour some of the tea into my water skin, because who doesn't enjoy some iced tea occasionally?
There we go.
Uh,
And he
and
says,
then
"The work that you and your crew did the last time around was of the utmost perfection, and when you needed, you took the steps necessary to protect our noble property and our civilized ways. And the Castellantas would like to thank you so much for that." And he slides across the table a little baggie that has 10 extra gold coins in it.
I'm going to pocket it. And as I grab it with like the bag of coins with my one hand, I'm going to reach over and pocket one of the bottles of wine, like a full bottle of wine, because he said help myself. Uh, and then as
Are you
I'm
going to
sitting,
try to, are you trying to hide that?
no, and then I'm going
All
to
right,
sit
that does not
down.
count as stealing. No
That
inspiration.
that's fine. I'm going to sit back down, pulling out. How many of us are there? There's four of us. Four cups, and I'm going to start pouring four coffees, and I'm going to be like, "Yes, we did do a very fine job, didn't we?" Um, and then I'm going to help myself to whatever snacks are on the table. Well, I'm just making myself at home. And I'm like, "So,
Are
what
you
other
being
jobs you
like,
got?"
are you being rude? Are you making a lot of crumbs,
I'm
spilling
not being
coffee?
I'm not being rude, but I'm
Okay,
not being, careful either. Shit's clanking against each other. There might be like the a little bit of crumbs here and there. Like I'm just making myself at home, right? He
okay.
said help. He
As
said
you,
help myself. I'm helping myself.
okay, what were you saying?
Uh, so yeah, we did do a good job, didn't we? That being said, if you have more work that needs to be done, my crew and I put some more good work in for you.
He goes, and then he looks kind of sternly at the crumbs and like a drop of coffee that's on the table,
I'm gonna
and then he
dap
looks at
at
you.
the. I'm gonna like take something and dap away at the spillage
He goes,
and the
"Quite,
crumbs.
yes, of course. We actually do have need of you today. See, one of the Castellanta's good friends, a very intelligent man by the name of Lord Grauhood, is announcing that he is running in the upcoming open Lord election. We would like you to escort him from Castellanta Villa to the Court of the Dancing Moon, where he is going to make his announcement tonight at the Moon Festival."
Okay.
Thorgrim, you know that that is also where the Artificer is going to be tonight.
Yes. Okay. So
He goes, "Your job would be to ride in the carriage behind myself and Lady Castellanta with Lord Grauhund as we ride across Waterdeep. Tensions are high in such times, and there are rumors in the air that could add even more tensions. So we'd like him to be safe. Our own personal Castellanta guard will be guarding Lady Castellanta herself."
if I could inquire, what rumors do you speculate are being spread?
He says, "My boy, it is my job to hear gossip, not repeat it. Were it in any way verified, I would let you know. Unfortunately, I do not." And he looks at you with a devilish grin.
Well, who am I to say that I couldn't verify any of these rumors?
He said, "I have other people for the palace intrigue."
Fair enough. Okay. I'll just get straight to the point then. What are we getting out of it? Not to be rude. It's just nice
He
to know what
says,
tit for
"Once
tat.
again, once again, I would like you and your crew to arrive in all black at time 2 hours before sunset. Uh, at Castellanta Villa. Upon completion of this job, escorting Lord Grauhund, This job will entail escorting Lord Grauhund to his announcement at the Court of the Dancing Moon, watching over him as he makes his announcement, and escorting him back to Castellanta Manor. Upon completion, each of you will be paid 25 gold coins.
Okay. Could I add something in on that?
He says, that is
If
already a most generous offer, but of course I will hear your negotiations.
Well, say if we do another exceptional job, I'm not asking for a monetary reward. But
He raises his eyebrows. He's
if
intrigued.
if you could say somehow acquire, I'm gonna scratch my chin and look like I'm deep in thought. 3 water deep guard uniforms. Not for any nefarious means or anything. Just I have a collector who enjoys guard uniforms because they're weird like that. And
Are you even trying to deceive him?
no, no, no,
Okay.
no, no. I don't care if he believes me or not. I'm just asking for it to be part of the reward. Um, and I'd say we got ourselves a good old deal here.
He says 3 replications of a City Watch uniform.
They'd have to be well replicated, but yes, that could work.
He says, well, such a thing would be very expensive. That is plate armor, my boy. He says,
I
I
I
could.
am willing to cut it out of our total pay, but
That would be cutting most of your pay.
that would be also just as a reward instead of an exceptional job done.
Well, my boy, please understand me. I do not like to waste time. I offered you the 25 gold pieces, an
Oh,
exceptional rate, because I knew you were going to do an exceptional job. Now, I'd be happy to take away those 25 gold pieces and give you the city guard uniforms instead. But understand, my budget here is not unlimited. The Castellantas must be frugal in their spendings.
no, that is fair. Um, Allow me to go speak with my companions,
Of course,
and I
absolutely.
will send someone to inform you of our decision, if that is okay.
I await your return. Please, though, take all your cups and snacks with you.
Oh yes, sorry, I did not mean to make a mess. And as I'm leaving, I'm gonna snag another like kabasa or something.
All right, so you have like 3 bottles, 4 cups of coffee, a
Yeah,
pack of
I
crackers.
I helped
Yeah.
myself. And I'm gonna walk back to the boys and be like, so here's what's going on, and inform them of everything that was just said.
Okay, real quick before you do that, Huel, what were you doing?
I'm ordering some ratatouille. I'm gonna look over and whisper when I do it. I'm like, not like actual rats. I mean like ratatouille. You know the real stuff.
You shove your way between like this half orc and this human woman,
Yeah,
and
excuse me. Oh, sorry. Oh, pushing my way through.
and
Move, bitch! Get out the way!
the half orc says, "Who would make ratatouille with actual rats?" And the human woman says, "I've seen some goblins do that before." And Bonnie takes your order and says, "It'll be right out, Huel."
How many
Did you want?
ratatouilles would you be able to prepare?
Uh, Bonnie says, "Well, if I'm making it in a big batch, it would be easier. How many servants would you like?"
10 of them.
Jesus.
I want to take some to go and take some back with me.
She, she says, "Surely you can't eat that all in one day. You have no way to keep it cold."
Oh, I would give some to my friends too if they want some, but
She says, I'm gonna need payment for that up front, Huel. That'd be 1 gold coin."
One
yeah,
dragon.
yeah, I bust out one dragon piece.
All right, and she says, 10 servings of ratatouille coming right up. She walks to the back and she whispers something to Durnan. And Durnan looks over at you, looks you up and down, and goes back to his work. While she's prepping that, which will take a while, what do you want to do, Huel?
As he does that, looks at me, I'll give him like the nod with the heads up, like lift my chin up kind of thing, like what's up? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, just from that nod, he tells you he knows you could eat all 10 servings, and he respects that.
yeah, he pats his belly a few times, looks to the people to his right and left. He's like, I
They
probably
they
could.
also they also respect you.
Yeah, and I'll just wait for the
Um,
ratatouille to get finished, trying to just float
all
around.
right.
If there's no bards around, I'd start playing the. I'm like, oh, this one I was just playing. I'll start playing Darude Sandstorm on the banjo again.
Everybody's really taken aback from it. Huel, after a few minutes of playing at the bar, you hear the flapping of wings, and that crow that belonged to Destry appears out of the Undermountain hole and perches on the corner and says, "Hello, Huel."
Oh, hello. It's been some time. I forgot his name. He actually has a name, right?
Mr. Skazelfrez.
Little Ingy.
Oh yeah, a little inchy.
Little Inchy, Mr. Skazafraz. I'll go up and start
He says,
talking with him.
"Hey man, you're really playing it good on the tunes there. So,
Thank you.
look, I understand, or says, look, I was pushy about the artificer earlier, and I'm sorry about that. But the boss, he really has big plans for you, Huel, and he wants you to start making some good money and putting it underneath you. I was just trying to push you in the right direction. 150 gold coins, man, that's nothing to scoff at. And I want to know what your hesitation is. So, do you think she's a good person? Is it just because she's pretty?
Mainly that's because it. Yep.
He goes,
I'm
"Oh my God." He says, "Oh gods. Okay. All right. So, um, he says, the boss wants to help you in any way he can. Would you would you like to see part of the future? Would you like to see it?"
like taking a sip of a. He's playing along, and he's gonna grab somebody else's drink when they're not looking, and kind of take a sip, and then like
Hmm.
spit back, not like spit. He backwashes the pass. He's like, "Whoop." He's like, "You could do that." He puts the glass down, and goes back over to him.
He says, "Yes, I can show you the most likely outcomes for tonight, and I can show you that doing it our way is going to be a lot better and easier for you." He says, "The boss has all kinds of powers. All you have to do is ask him to use it."
The boss, huh?
Yeah, the boss.
I'm intrigued. Show me a glimpse. I'm a fortune teller too. I could tell you I'm gonna eat some ratatouille later. It's not really something gift of foresight, you know?
Hmm.
You gotta really
Uh,
convince me here, little Inchy.
he says, "The boss gave me the power to show you just a glimpse. If you want enough to see it all, you're going to have to make a deal with him." And he opens up his beak, and what comes out is not this imp's hand. It is the hand of someone that has well manicured nails, a human hand, very well dressed. It is the hand of the used cart salesman. And he's not holding it out to shake your hand, he's holding it out upright, like asking you to take his hand.
He'll like look underneath, like he'll like bend down a bit, look at the hand to see like analyzing it, then he'll put his hand there like to grab it.
You grab the hand, and what you see is the artificer floating in the air, weightless, with only one arm. You see how easy it would be, how she's not moving at all, not aware of anything. You see yourself and your friends holding up bows, pulling the arrows tight, and letting them loose. You see gold falling into your hands, and you see the Doom Raiders patting you on the back and letting you in. You see a big pile of gold 1,000,000 gold coins. You also see how hard it would be to save her. She's so far away, so independent. She just won't listen. And she falls, and she falls, and she falls as someone screams in the background, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and the vision ends.
He's like looking in the well here, like as if he was looking at someone falling. Looks back up and he's like, "Whoa, man! It's like I could feel those gold dragons a second ago."
He says, "If you want to get to the Vault of Dragons first, and the boss wants that for you, you have to start making moves. You can't be a good guy in this city, you'll."
I'm starting to slowly see that.
He goes, "I could tell the boss that you want to meet up. He could show you the rest of the way."
You had my attention. Now you had my curiosity. I'll have to consult with my friendos for a few minutes before I make any rash decisions.
Okay. And he flies over and perches on your shoulder.
Perfect. You can come along. You like Ratatouille?
He goes, "Oh, I fucking love ratatouille. I love the way that you chop up the rats into thin pieces and roast them with vegetables. Oh, it's so good."
Yeah. That's how they prepare it for sure.
Yeah. All right. So all of you come together after your time.
Uh, I would just like to say I was doing the Gucci goo thing to that guy's forehead. Then come on out, little brain.
He like shoves you off and shoves you away.
All right. Hey guys, where you at? And that's when then she comes up.
All right. Y'all are all together now. Bonnie brings 10 servings of ratatouille, which is just made with vegetables.
Yeah.
Wow, what's all this?
I really love this ratatouille dish, so I figured I ordered a bunch and then some. If you guys want to try some, I'll like put a
Uh,
dish in front of the Raven and like slam four of the plates around. Like,
But they're gonna run out. Hey, and I kind of wave down the server that just brought it, and I hand him my almost completely eaten rat. Here for your next ratatouille, good sir.
Well, that would be Bonnie.
Oh, good, ma'am. Hey, Bonnie, here. Get yourself a ratatouille from me, all right?
She goes, "Oh, Inchi, if you'd like goblin style ratatouille, I'd need a day's notice to get all the rats together."
No. This is for you, sweetheart.
you can
And
use
I'm
it to
look-
saying
garnish. A little sprinkle onto the dish, you know?
yeah.
She looks at your half-eaten rat and says, "Oh, thank you, Inchi."
anytime, Bonnie.
And she walks back to the bar. Roll a perception check. Just Inchi.
All
Oh,
right.
that's funny.
18.
18. She throws it away.
No.
Is this behind the counter?
Yeah, she's behind the counter.
And she reaches over and grabs the rat out of the trash can and continues gnawing on it. I'm not gonna let this go to waste.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, you're all together at the table. You have food, you have drinks.
And with the
Blinken,
Mr.
you have
Scazzo fries.
you
Oh,
have
sorry.
clam chowder.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all can talk.
So, what's the plan? Did we get any information?
Yeah, the plan is to come down to the Thieves Guild. You guys ready to go?
Why? What do we need to do there?
I don't know. Made a contact or something. Y'all ready?
Well, actually, I was just informed we could have a job to help the Castellanters for the night.
What does that
Oh,
give us?
okay. We can do that tomorrow. Let's go to the Thieves
Nope.
Guild.
It has to be tonight.
Oh, well,
And
ask for it.
they might give us some guard uniforms for our other job with the clowns.
Oh, that's a
I,
good
So it would
point.
be
I,
a 2 for 1.
I like my outfit I'm wearing right now. I don't need another uniform. Let's
Oh
go
no,
to
no,
the
you
Thieves
wouldn't wear
Guild.
anything.
Eh,
I'm gonna
let's
hand you
go.
the menu for the yawning portal upside down. Here, why don't you order us something to eat?
Uh, sure, but we got to go to the Thieves Guild soon. And she turns his head, but doesn't turn the menu to look at it.
But yeah, they want that job done tonight because we'd be escorting somebody around the town.
Is somebody important? Do we need to care about this person?
Yeah, oh, we don't need to care about them, but it would be important if we took the job.
Like you said, the guard outfits would come along.
I mean,
Yeah, we would get
yeah.
the guard outfits and some pay, or we can get some good pay and no guard outfits.
I mean,
So
it's still early in the day where we could probably maybe do both of these things. But
yeah, we could, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think of that. It is early in the day.
Yeah, we could check
I'll check
out.
my I like check my sundial, like lift up my sleeve,
Oh
point
my
it towards the
god.
light. But yeah, it's still only like 3:15, 3:20.
Ooh, they have great bowls.
They got grapes here.
It's like a bowl of grapes, yeah, apparently. And just like gravy. Ooh, what if we get the great bowl and put the gravy on it? And it's, just that nice little mix between sweet and gravy.
I'm
That
like,
could taste nice.
while you're discussing this, I'm just taking a couple more bites from my clam chowder, and I'm like, I'm done.
That sounds really good, Inchi. I'm picturing right now some grapes and gravy.
Right. You see, you just take a little fork to it and scoop out all the little grapes with the gravy covering on it, and it is just, I think it would be good. That's what
Hey,
we're serving in our bar, right?
hey, Inchi, you need some kind of like grease or fat from an animal to make that gravy. What does your family use?
Chicken. We got a lot of
Okay.
chickens around.
Okay.
I mean, we
Okay.
also have an abyssal chicken we're just carrying around.
True.
And she spends the most time, in the actual city from his family. So he's had some proper gravy out of the
Okay.
trash.
Hmm. Trash gravy. That's delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, if you gotta eat trash, put some gravy on.
Yeah, make it more edible, I guess.
Yes.
Um, I'm like, yeah, I gave Volo an earful of our ghost issue. Apparently, he failed to mention that, so he kind of liked my story anyway. So I guess it's a plus.
Oh, did you talk him into financing our bar?
Not quite yet. He's still fascinated about my story. I'll bring that up later.
Oh,
Do you wanna try to quickly role play that?
We can try. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't really get to do anything. So like flashback to when you were like waiting on your food over here with Valo and Rainier. You just finished telling them about the bar. And you bring up the subject of renovating it. How would you pitch it to them?
So I'll be like, it's fascinating that we had to deal with this ghost issue. What would be a cool story for our potential customers, right? So I was wondering if maybe you're interested. I mean, I'm not saying pay for all of it. I'm just saying like you could help us out a little bit if possible, or maybe have some connections to lend us a hand on finances so we could speed things up with building this properly.
Um, And Wallow says, "Oh my boy, my gold reserves are a bit low right now. That's why I had to give you the house instead of a proper payment for finding Rainier here. But you know whose pockets are deep? Rainier here. Rainier, would you, would you, how would you feel about this?" And Rainier, he's in a disguise, but Valo trusts Durnan, who is the only one that can hear y'all right now.
Mhm.
Um, and Rainier says, "The bar served by a ghost in the city. My gods, that does sound quite enjoyable. How much would the uh, how much of a share are you looking for from me?"
Well, I'm thinking like, look, I'm part of this, guild that deals with wood stuff, so I have an estimate of how much it is. So it's roughly, 1,000 gold or whatever. But I'm not looking to for you to spend all that, of course. I know,
He lets
whatever.
out a whistle. He goes, "Woo!"
Yeah, we're gonna, you know, fork up some money at some point, but we're just trying to get some. I don't know. I guess the word is benefactors. Try to get investors into this building because I think honestly, if we cleaned it up and everything, it's going to be a great business. Think about it. Ghost handing out drinks and stuff because like when we were encountering Liff, he was just all miserable. But when we talk about the bar and stuff, he's just cleaning, handing out stuff. So
Olo says, "Yes, yes. One of the issues I had with the property is that there is a competing bar on the next street over. I cannot recall the name of it right now, but I was wondering how I would get people to come into Trollskull Manor for a drink. But this could catch eyes. This could catch the papers."
exactly, because I think it would really really boom with um, having a spiritual bartender. I mean, obviously we'll be there, of course, but the main thing is, this specter is actually the past owner of this bar, so he has this care for this for the bar. So I think it would be fascinating for people to
Mm-hmm.
go in there and get drinks from a specter.
Mm-hmm. And Raina says, "Well, that sounds very good, and I like to keep my business and my personal separate, so this has nothing to do with you saving my life. I'd be very happy to put up a quarter of your gold up front, and uh, if the if you can come back with a more promising business strategy or have a good show night or whatever, I could even see myself doing up to a third of it."
Okay. We'll see what we could do because, we do have connections with a bard that likes to play music, like, so we'll see what we can do. I would appreciate it. I'll just have to get things going and then I'll get back to you to, talk about the finances.
All right. So Rainier has said he'd put up about 250 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And if you can impress him, he could go higher.
Okay.
So that's what you can tell your friends as the flashback ends.
Okay. So I'll basically say, yeah, I basically told him about how the Spectre would be our potential uh, front man for the bartender. And, they liked the idea. So Rainer was like, yeah, we'll get at least 250 gold for help. So, we'll get some money put in here. So that's what I did. And I think that would be a good idea, a good start for business.
All right. Huel, do you want to tell them what happened to you?
He would finish slurping up some ratatouille and then kind of just reiterate everything the bird, um, Mr. Scraggle, whatever, Mini Inchy Jr. said to him.
So Huel recounts that the imp offered two visions, one of how easy it would be to kill the artificer, and one how hard it would be to save her. You get the sense that whatever's going to happen to the artificer, it might be a little bit more complicated than the Shadow Man taking a shot at her.
Well, what do you propose to do, Huel? Because I honestly don't want to kill someone that's part of a city guard when I'm working at a guild.
Yeah, can we trust a bird?
And the raven says, "Can you not trust yourself to run away from the scene of the crime?"
I saw the gold dragons in my hands. It felt real, but I squint, like I turn my head like to look at my shoulder, recall my head back and look at the bird up. Like it could have been an illusion, but it was too real to be fake.
Who is this car salesman, anyways? Do you know what he is?
Yeah, he's my friend. I met him when I first came into the city. He gave me that wagon outside.
Oh, I forgot.
You say friend, but you owe him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped me out in a pickle as I'm eating a pickle from the ratatouille.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's in Ratatouille.
God damn it.
I don't know.
Squash, god damn
What the fuck is this yawning portal menu?
it.
There's grapes and gravy.
Wait, does it really say grapes and gravy?
No.
They're right underneath each other on the menu.
Okay.
So it's grape bowl, then it goes down and it says gravy right underneath.
Jesus
Yeah, I could
Christ.
fuck up some grapes, gravy, garlic, and corn, and peanut bits.
With a piece of cheese on the side. There we go.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking hell.
I would devour this whole extras menu.
Right, that's the main course. That's not extra. What do you mean?
Come into the yawning portal for the garlic, corn, and peanut bits.
Jesus.
And she does haul over the bar. How quick can you guys wrestle up some gravy?
As soon as you can pay me for it.
And she slams down the necessary money. Get me some gravy and some grapes. Just put it in the same bowl, why don't you?
I'll go up and order a round of drinks too, and I'll pay for his grape and gravy bowl.
He'll
Uh,
put down 1 gold coin for all that.
I'll slap one
he'll
down, and then I'll like flick the second one at him, and like that's for your troubles. So I'll give him 2.
Durning catches it in his hand and says, "Thank you very much, mate."
you're a good man. One of the few in this city.
Thank you. And I'll like get a flashback, and I'll like stop in place, and to what the bird said, like good guys don't get too far in our city.
Oh, for God's
shit.
sakes.
That's what I was going
Oh
for.
yeah. I'll grab
No,
some
that's-
Boulder's grape and bring it back over to the table.
Okay. God damn it.
This has been a really good session. All right, so what are y'all doing tonight?
All right, guys, ready to head to the Thieves Guild? I'm done reading this menu.
Yeah, let's hit up the Thieves Guild first, see what it is, and then if I think we should probably go and do the Castellanter job. But at the same time, we don't know where the investigator, like the that one chick is. And the Shadow Man wants her dead, so we don't know if he's going to be making a move on her.
She is going to be at the moon dance tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Which is the same place Lord Growlhound is going to be making his announcement.
So we could do 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we split up. Well,
Do y'all want to
risky,
get? Do you want to get gold from Milton, or do you want to get guard uniforms?
Yeah, that was the other thing. Do we have a choice? Anyone?
I mean, I kind of agree with the uniform just because,
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Uniforms
All
for
right.
sure.
So I think we should split up then. Inchi Huel go figure out what the Thieves Guild wants, and me and
Lincoln.
Blinken. Thank you. For some reason, I was thinking Lincoln.
Morgan, are you going senile again? You forgot his name?
God damn it.
No, he just reminds me of an Abe for some reason.
Okay.
He does look like an ape.
No, an Abe, not an ape.
Oh, that's what I said.
No, you said ape.
Oh.
I said Abe. Anyways, so yeah, me and Blinken are gonna go and do the Castellanter job. You guys go figure out what the Thieves Guild wants.
That sounds good to me.
The castle enter job is multiple hours. You would have to meet them, escort them to the moon dance, wait for the event to be over, and then escort them back.
I mean, we're gonna get stuff ready for it. I mean,
Okay.
if
All
that's
right.
okay with Skits.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay. As y'all are all getting up to leave, roll a perception check.
Also, Inji is bringing his bowl of grapes and gravy to the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
We're finishing up, and I'll look over at Doran. Can we get
Ooh.
Can we get the grapes and gravy to go?
Jordan has
No-
never heard the words to go before, so he's confused. Inchi, with your nat 20, you're the first to get up. You do it kind of quick. You look across the bar, and you can see all four of the Doom Raiders turn their heads away as that all four of them were looking at y'all. You head over to the Thieves Guild, you plop down your grapes and gravy, and he goes,
Oh.
"What is that goblin shit?"
Inji raises up to him. A new thing I'm trying. You want to try my G&G?
He says, "You know what? Let's dance." And he takes a sloppy, gloopy bit of gravy and he scoops it up with a grape and he pops it into his mouth. And he says, You know, sweet and savory, they always go together." And he grabs another one.
Right, right. And Inji kind of pulls the bowl away after the second one to save some for himself.
Okay.
I,
All right.
I think it was a good idea, see? And I yell over to my other party. See, he agrees with me.
All right. So Inchi and Huel are leaving the portal for the Thieves Guild, correct?
Mhm.
All right. Y'all exit through the door outside. It is a beautiful day in Waterdeep. Huel, looking up, again, you notice that there are paper birds flying all over the city, more than normal. And you remember Thorgrim telling you what Milton said about rumors of palace intrigue. And you begin walking down Rain Run Street. Oh, actually, you begin walking towards the right, and you pass by this place, Mother Salene's House of Pleasure, and you can see Shazafrad at the bar surrounded by like three ladies and three men, and he's having the time of his life. And you continue walking on
God
towards
damn it.
Snail Street.
I'll like give him a wave as we pass by, like as we're just walking, like, "Hey, buddy," and keep going.
He waves by two in a way that says, "I'm gonna be here. This is where I'm happy. Bye forever."
Yeah, like waving
Uh,
and smiling.
All right, Thorgrim and Blinken, would y'all like to do anything before you leave the Yawning Portal? Inchi had mentioned that the Doom Raiders were watching y'all.
I don't know. I don't. Would you want to talk with the Doom Raiders?
I mean, I also had a 22 perception. I'm sure I would have seen it.
Oh, and
Yeah.
you remember Huel telling you about the Raven's vision, about the part of the Doom Raiders slapping you on the back like your old friends right before his vision of a mountain of gold coins.
Were they not just winning my grapes and gravy? You kind of just like pushed me on through that. Like I thought that was just their goal.
I mean, up to Blinken if we want to mess with the Doom Raiders. I thought we came to the agreement that they were trying to fuck us over.
I mean, I think that's the whole point. That's why they're looking at us. But I mean, that's
No,
up to
no,
you.
I mean like we know that they were trying to fuck us over because the whole like Shadow Man thing.
Oh, I think for now, I don't. I wouldn't talk to them. I don't know about your. I mean,
I mean, I have nothing to do with them right now, as far as I'm aware.
okay. Yeah. For now, I'll just kind of give them a fake smile, and if they're still looking at us, and I'll just be like, "All right, let's go."
All right. They return your fake smile. and y'all walk out the door, except for Schemo. Schemo gives you a friendly smile. The guy
Yes,
who cleaned the
Schemo.
bar with earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. And y'all walk off towards Cook Street. Okay, we're gonna do Huel and Inchi first. Inchi, you find sewer access, and you begin guiding Huel towards the Thieves Guild.
There,
Mhm,
there eyeball like carvings along the path, right? Something like that.
mhm. There are paintings of eyeballs in different colors.
Okay. And she just kind of waddling through the sewers. Like he points to the eyeballs. You see, the trick he will is just to follow these beholder eyes, and then we will get all the way to the guild with no problemo.
Behold, what? And I'll like look at the painting and I'll jump back in like a big splash of water as I go like back to the wall.
It's not gonna blink at you, man.
I've heard stories of beholders, man. They'll turn your
Ah,
insides inside on the outside and freeze you stone solid.
hey. They scare me too, but we don't meet Mr. Xanathar himself. We're gonna go meet Nilhor. Uh, he's not great either, but he pays me.
I'll point at the
Come
wall,
on,
but
that eyeball's not gonna hurt you,
he doesn't look like that, does he? And I'll point at the wall.
huh?
He doesn't look like a
He's not made.
beholder.
Oh, I thought you were asking if he was made of stone. No. I think he's got an eyeball or two, but not like a big one, like a beholder or
Okay, if he's got
multiple.
two eyeballs, I can deal with that. I'll get off the wall and start walking again.
I think I'll tend to make eye contact with him. Come on.
I'll keep scurrying along with him.
I just want Huel to remember the story I told him about beholders, how they, eat your brain.
Oh, and they also eat your brain too. I'll remember that.
Well, my brain's still in my head, so I think we're all good.
Yeah, you're right. I'm fine. Like he regains his composure and he trotters along.
Okay, so Inchi, last time I brought you here, I actually brought you in through the wrong entrance. So we are going to do the proper entrance this time. I brought you in to the entrance to Skullport. Let me reveal the fog of war here.
I don't know. This map looks familiar.
Yes, so you have been here before. This is the Thieves Guild map. If you zoom out, you can
Oh,
only see a small part of it, but it is very big. As you
I
come
see.
back here again and again, I will show you more parts of it.
I see. Okay, yeah, I came through this
Yeah.
end over here.
Yes, I brought you in through this end.
Yep.
This is the entrance to the subterranean criminal city Skullport, run by Xanathar. And where you are now is that long spiral staircase that comes down from the sewer entrance.
I see.
Let me pull up 5e tools. Oh, you're in a dungeon now. So I have to read the fucking shit. You're in area X1. The walls of this narrow spiraling staircase are carved with open eyes that glow with a faint magical light. At the end, you and Huel come to a door, a closed door. Do you want to say anything else to Huel before y'all head down into the Thieves Guild?
Okay, our first stop is to find my friend Kickin' Jack. I think he would like my grape and gravy bowl, and I trust his opinion. And then we're gonna meet Mr. Nilhor. Just act natural.
He like drains the water out from his clothes, like the bed thrown in the sewers. Like, yeah, all right. I'll follow your lead.
That's my boy. And she knocks on the door.
You knock on the door and it is unlocked and it opens out into this hallway. This is the Watched Hall. It is a magically lit hall with the following features. The walls are carved with eyes of all shapes and sizes. Many of the orbs have stone eyelids that open and close at irregular intervals.
Uh, kind of like last time, and she is walking alongside this wall over here, and
Mhm.
he's kind of casually poking every eyeball he sees. Poke, poke, and making his
Um,
way down here.
all right. Huel, would you like to do anything in this room?
Sorry, I was just yapping at my youngster for a second. You said there was eyeballs on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Like carvings?
Yeah, carvings of eyes of all shapes and sizes and colors. Many of the orbs have stone eyelids that open and close at regular intervals. And Inchi is poking them in the eye and making them close.
At the first time he's seen it like move, he'll jump and make like a oh sound like he whimpers.
God damn it.
But he'll like
Hey,
he'll catch himself and scurry back up to Inchi and then just follow along. He's not looking or
hey, heal, it's fine. They're kind of fun. Look, watch this. And I proceed to do a staring contest with one of the eyeballs.
I look at his eyeballs, I look over at the wall's eyeball and look back and forth.
And she's
They're creepy.
struggling to keep his eyelid open because DM is not answering.
It's like twitching. Your eyes are twitching because it's been open so long.
The two of you
Yeah.
roll a perception check.
The walls don't blink. That's creepy, man.
The walls have eyes.
Perception.
Another nat 20.
Let's
Also,
go.
damn, nice. I've turned off snapping, so y'all should be able to move your tokens without them disappearing now.
Oh, nice.
Huel, this place is creepy as shit. Blink or Inchi, you notice two things. One, the eye you're looking at doesn't seem to move at all. Eventually, it closes before you blink. You manage to outlast it. As you look
Yes.
around at the other eyes, trying to intimidate them, you notice that the one over here, above these doors to the south, is a scrying sensor. It is a ghostly eye stalk protruding from the ceiling directly in front of the door. It is not made of stone, it is spectral in a way. And then also, Inchi, right here is a secret door.
Huh. And she walks straight over to the secret door and pushes it open.
There's a nearby wall carving shaped like an eye. You instinctively reach out and poke it. When you do that, the secret door swings inward, revealing a hallway that ends in a curve.
Hey, Hewlett, check this out.
I wouldn't go in as he's like already in there. Like I can't even get the word out. And I'll follow along with the bird.
Oh,
Grab
yeah, and
him.
she's already about to round the corner before you can say anything.
Let's go, little Inchi. Big Inchi's gone. We'll catch up. Funny how
All
like
right.
we're small, so like calling you Big Inchi and you're still small is so funny. It's like wait up, hey.
Inchi, as you get further and further into this hallway, you're oh shit, y'all are going deep in there. Hold up on the token movement, boys.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's booking it in there. He's full running.
It's your
Wait
secret
up,
tunnel,
Inchi.
secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Inchi,
Inchi, wait.
you're distracted at first by these eyes, again adorning the walls, different colors, different sizes and shapes. You poke, and you run past these statues. But eventually one catches your eye, this one right here. It is the statue of a human female, her face stricken in terror. This is the Hall of Statues. This 20-foot wide, magically lit hallway connects various areas controlled by the Xanathar Guild. Lifelike humanoid statues dot the hall.
And she stops for a second. A chill runs down his spine as he sees the petrified figure. Then he pokes it in the eye.
You poke the stone and it feels so real. There's so much detail in the skin. It almost looks like when you touch its eye, it would almost give in or pull away and blink and be mad at you. Its face frozen in terror, looking at whatever it is that petrified it. The other statues also have this look of terror carved into their face.
Huh. Hey, Huel, look at these little dudes. They look so realistic.
Start squinting and like, are these statues?
Yeah, it's so weird. Whenever I talked with Nilhor at one point, he had his own statues, but they were like actual petrified people. And they look kind of similar to what those were. But who knows? I think this could be just a statue. But man, look at the detail.
Both of you roll an intelligence check or a nature check.
Intelligence or nature?
Nature.
Hey,
Well,
Oh, y'all both got the same
nice.
thing. It
Yeah.
strikes you both at the same time that one of the powers of a beholder is petrification.
that's what they said in the stories. I told you they turn you into stone.
Yeah, Huel, yeah. I just remembered the petrify thing. Jinx, I owe you a Coke.
You're gonna turn our insides out. Scoop our brains.
Yeah, Jinx, I owe you a cocaine or whatever. Fine, let's just go back the other way. I don't want to deal with this.
Looks from this long hallway and gets scared. He's like, yeah, but let's maybe turn around.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't want to get my insides turned out just yet.
Don't want your outsides in, you're in out.
Yeah.
Yep,
But your
nope,
downs
neither
will
of
be
that.
up.
All
So
right, do
Angie
y'all
walks back.
continue walking south?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh, but the eye thing that he sees over here, what'd you say it was? A ghost thing?
a ghostly eye stalk.
And she pulls out his purple rag and waves it at the eye, whatever. Hey, I'm good. And then and she just keeps walking through.
All right, the door to this area is not hidden at all. You have been in this area before. You know that this staircase right here will lead you to the fighting pits, where Xanathar's guild members fight each other to the death, or prisoners are forced to fight to the death, or people that want promotions are invited to fight to the death.
And she walks that way, saying, this is where I saw Kick and Jack last. Let's go find him.
This is the promenade.
The
Um,
what?
the promenade, that's what this area is called. These are
Oh.
pillars carved with eyes that follow the curvature of the hall, and the eyes seem to track the creatures as they pass by. Inshi, you know that this is not magic, but an optical illusion. Your favorite kind of magic.
Mm. And she appreciates the artwork.
Um, Also in this area at the south here is a dwarf that is the quartermaster for the Xanathar Guild. He can get you supplies if you ever need it. His name is Go, and he says, Inshi, boss is waiting for you. Oh, did you want to go up to the fighting pit, Inshi?
Yeah. And she waves at the dude right there and says, yeah, I'll see him in just a second.
Okay.
And then she walks over to the fighting pit.
Okay, you go to the fighting pits. And there actually is a fight going on right now. There are people in there, they are screaming, they are chattering. It's actually hard to see who is fighting right now. Your friend Kickin' John, though, is over about right over here. Let me do a little circle for Kickin' John. There's Kickin' John right there.
Hey, Mr.
Mm.
Kickin. He kind of just taps his shoulder.
Fuck. Where are my tokens? No, these are not my tokens. Fuck me. Just a second, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, remember, I don't have them saved because it should be in the freaking thing. Okay, so you walk over to Kick and John, and what'd you say to him?
I was just poking his shoulder to get his attention.
Okay, you can see one of the fighters in the pit is a bugbear, and just with the way that it is right now, you can't see who they're fighting. You poke Kick and John, and he goes, "Hey, Itchy, how you doing, buddy?" And
Ah,
he's sitting down, and with one hand he's eating he's holding a stick that has a
oh,
fried
well,
rat on it, and
w-
he's
w-
shoving that into his mouth.
hold on. The character I'm trying to hunt down was specifically the guy that did not have arms. There's
Yeah,
this one. Yeah.
yeah. Kicking
He
John.
said, yeah.
He's
He
sitting
said what?
down.
He said one of
He
his
has
hands.
no. I said one of his feet, didn't I?
He said hands.
Okay, I meant one of his feet. He's holding in his feet a stick that has a fried rat on it that he's eating from.
Gotcha. Hey,
I
Mr. Kickin. Good.
no. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Kickin, there's always a bugbear in this ring, apparently, huh?
He goes, "Oh, you know it."
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Hey, try this little bowl I got right here. I'd call it the GNG.
He uses his other foot to he uses his toes to pick out a little grape covered with gravy that's a bit cold, and he puts it in his mouth and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's the good stuff."
Right. So you think
Uh,
it's a good idea?
he goes, "Yeah, it's a bit cold though. What if the grape was cold, but the goop on top was hot?"
Well, you see, the thing is, it was, but I just walked a couple of miles through sewage just to bring it to you. So, I'll try it next time.
Huel, as this fight or as this conversation is going on, you pay attention to the fight. There's a break in the crowd, and the person that this bugbear is fighting retreats a little bit and runs to the side of the ring, and you're able to see who it is. It is Alba Arkham, the curator of the museum that you robbed. And you would recognize this as the woman that kidnapped you and was
Hmm.
apparently working for Xanathar and trying to run away.
Okay, and she hasn't noticed her, right? Because he's talking to Kickin Jack.
Huel notices it first, but then you also notice it. It's Kicking
Okay,
John.
sorry, John. Mid conversation, I'm like, so you think it's a good idea, Mr. Kick? Oh no, and I hide right behind John.
Mm-hmm. Huel, do you do anything? Huel, Kirby, and
Did he
Kirby's down.
did he fall asleep again?
He might have. I didn't keep him engaged for 5 minutes and he fell asleep.
Did you kidnap you, heel? Answer.
As you turn around, you realize that there's a beholder dragging Huel away.
Oh, that That's a nightmare scenario, I guess.
Okay, so it's just you and Kick and John. And John says, "Whoa, man, are you okay?"
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just keep talking about the grapes and the gravy. Uh, you know, back here.
Okay. And he says, "Yeah, man, this is a good fight. That woman, she tried to escape to Neverwinter on a boat, but she didn't realize that Xanathar's got eyes everywhere. And she owes us quite a bit of money, and she didn't have it. So Xanathar said she could fight for her life in the pits against one of his lieutenants."
Oh yeah, that's cool. Did she come by with a little uh doll looking thing? I think his name was Marigold or Dandelion or
How the hell do you remember that? That's straight on. That's perfect. Um, yeah, he says, yeah, she came with a bodyguard, but she was easily dispatched of.
oh, so the Marigold thing is dead?
No, Nilhor simply dismissed its magic for a bit.
Oh, well, good. Just between you and me, screw that thing. It's creepy.
It was, yeah, dolls are always creepy. As y'all say that, the bugbear charges at Alda Arkin. She raises a sword to try to defend herself, and he bats it away at her hands, breaking her wrists. She screams in pain and steps back.
And she jumps and says, "Yeah, take that."
All right. Inshi, you watch as this bugbear raises its club and hits Alda Arkin square on the head. She falls down unconscious. You see the bugbear raise its club again and strike, and raise its club and strike, and raise its club and strike.
And she's just rooting. Like, yeah,
The whole, what do you say?
this is a good fight, John.
He goes, "Yeah, it's bloody great, isn't it? Xanathar should be proud of his lieutenants. Look, he's going to say something." And he points across the pit to this little area over here. And you see the same thing that was over there the last time there was a fight. Some creature floating in the air, covered in a black cloth. You see standing behind it is a drow in a 10-gallon hat. Which you recognize as a familiar look. Also around it are a bugbear and a kinku. This floating creature with a black cloth draped over it floats forward and says, "Look and see what happens when you betray the Xanathar." And Inchi, that voice does not hit your ears. It is projected directly into your brain. It is loud. It is thundering. It is threatening, dripping with malice and contempt for all life. This is Xanathar the Beholder.
Uh, and she kind of puts his arm around Huel and points up at the stand and says, "Yeah, look, she's gonna get the justice she deserves. Look at this."
Huel, are you back?
Yeah, my computer's being all wonky. I'm here, but I can't see what's happening like in the roll
Oh,
20.
okay.
I start cheering with him. Yeah,
Yeah, you can always watch a schizo stream. The bugbear just killed Alda Arkin by caving in her head.
Oh, killed. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
gonna. Good thing I was gonna bet some gold dragons on for her to survive, but
oh
looks like
fuck!
shit,
I
man.
should have given y'all
I
the chance to bet.
I honestly thought she would.
I was all frozen, but
No. This is
I'll be
this is
cheering.
this is to teach you the price of treachery. And Xanathar says, "Now go out into my city and bring me back all the gold pieces I want, or you'll be the next dead person in this pit." You see a strike of light, flame. You see it light some kind of cigar underneath this black cloak, and you see a puff of smoke come out. And the cloaked figure, the drow security, and the Kinku and the Bugbear all turn to leave out of the secret door in the back here.
You'll see that beholder wasn't so scary, right?
Wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, see? He even put down that little Anna Arkana, and she got the justice she deserved. I think he's all right.
He's all right for now.
Uh,
You did not see Xanathar the Beholder. He was covered
was
in a black cloak.
Oh, yeah. See, it wasn't that scary. Well, John, I'm glad you liked my idea. Just wanted to get your thoughts on it. Have you met my friend, Mr. Heel, right here?
Like eating some ratatouille I have in my pocket. Like, nice to meet you.
And Kickin' John says, yeah, great to meet you. And he extends his foot for you to shake.
He doesn't like look in disgust, but he kind of looks and takes a second to like process. Then he shakes his foot.
He goes, yeah, Itchy, if you ever need anything, come by and talk to me. And if you ever want to practice for the fighting pits, I may not have arms, but I'm a pretty good trainer.
And she holds out for a fist bump. Yeah, of course, anytime, John. And I could probably beat you with my arms behind my back, right? And I wink at him.
And he winks back. All right.
He didn't fist bump me. All right, well,
He raises his foot to fist bump you.
bye, John. And then we, head over to Nilhor's area.
All right. You head over to Nilhor's area. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Inchi?
I'm right here.
Oh, I can't see your token.
Hello.
There you go. Okay. Um. Okay. So we're gonna go back, or actually, y'all start walking down here, and Inchi, you can hear a one-sided conversation. You hear a human female's voice saying something like, "I do not work for you, Nilhor. Our agreement is not for me to do your dirty work." And then you hear silence, and you hear someone say, "Don't make me get the black staff down here." All right, going back to the city, what did Blinken and Thorgrim want to be doing?
I'm assuming we're probably going to get some black outfits and stuff and prepare, right? I think that's.
Well, I thought we already had black outfits.
So what are we preparing for then? Because we have what, 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, about.
I forgot. I had something in mind, but I lost it.
Y'all already have a black outfit, the Doom Raiders merch.
Yeah, we just turned it inside out.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely forgot what we had planned.
Hmm.
Thorgan really is senile.
No. I just got the memory of a goldfish.
If y'all don't want to do anything, we could go back to the Thieves Guild.
Sure. Up to Schizo, though.
Yeah, because I thought you had more of a plan than I did because, you know.
I did have a plan, but
If
Okay.
you remember the plan, write it down.
yeah.
Inchi and Hugh, y'all are in the Thieves Guild. You hear this one-sided conversation. Hugh, roll a perception check. Oh, how late did y'all want to play tonight?
I'll play by ear, but I am down for whatever right now.
I mean, we've been playing for like 3 hours. I'm in the same boat. Play by ear, and
Okay.
whatever y'all want to call it.
All right. I'm definitely down for another hour, 40 minutes to an hour. Let me use the bathroom real quick
Yep.
before I describe that 9. Okay. Cool. With that 9 perception, that human voice, that female voice sounds vaguely familiar. What would you two like to do?
I'll nudge him with my elbows in Sheen, like, do you hear that? That sounds like somebody I know. Can't put my finger on it though.
Oh, you know her? Let's just go talk to her. And I walk up straight to where the woman's voice is coming from. Hey,
Fantastic.
hey, hey.
Huel,
Like,
do you follow Inchi?
I'll try to like grab him, but like as he's going, he's already in the strut. I'll just follow along. Like, Inchy, what?
You
I'm
round.
following. I'm not telling him to stop. I'm just following.
All right. You round the corner, and Inchi, you see a woman that you've seen sitting in the yawning portal, and Huel, you see the woman that you were talking to earlier today, the artificer, talking to Nilhor. You did not try to sneak in any way at all, so they both see you and cut their conversation short. Nilhor says, Inchi, it is rude to walk in on a meeting. Scoot yourself back into the promenade and wait.
Well, frankly, I thought you were doing the conversation inside of her head thingy that you've been doing with me. So I didn't think I was walking in on you. Mr. Nilhor, sir. Uh, yes, sir. And she walks back into the other room, pulling Huel. Come on, come on, come on.
As
I'm
you
like
start
looking at her, like, oh,
pulling
sorry.
at Huel, as you start pulling at Huel, the artificer looks your way and goes, "Oh heavens! Oh, Ogma, save me! Hello, Destry. I assume this is one of your friends." And Nilhor looks confused that y'all seem to know each other. You'll remember that you introduced yourself to the artificer as Destry.
Oh,
I did. I forgot about that. I'll like take
I
a
should
minute.
have reminded you. Fuck.
I was confused. Like he's looking confused, even in character. He's looking. And he's like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, I'm Destry Castellator. That's me."
Deception check.
no, you're not.
I nudge him with my
Never
elbow.
mind. Do you say that, did she?
No, he does. No.
He says
Uh,
it, but he nudges him.
As he's like, and he gets it, I nudge him. You say,
And
just,
she raises her eyebrows. Destry Castellaneta.
no, no.
She goes, I don't believe there's any halfling blood in the Castellaneta line, Destry. She says, no, all of your employees, this brazen at deception.
I'm reducing myself to throw off people's tracks. They don't know it's me. I'm actually a lot taller. I just do this to throw people off my trail,
She doesn't
just like I did just there.
Not for a fucking second. All right. And Nilhor says, Inshi, come here. Bring your
I thought
friend Destry or whatever as well.
I thought you told me, and I kind of do finger quotes, Destry to leave.
Well, there was going to be some element of secrecy here, but since we all seem to know each other,
Okay, whatever. And I'll walk up to them. Oh, by the way, this is my friend, a Destry.
I'll bow, and then
the artificer
Destry.
reaches out her hand and says, Nice to meet you again, Sam.
they put both hands up and like cordially greet them.
Okay. Nilhor says, Inshi, the artificer is a member of Force Grey, the elite law enforcement of Waterdeep. We have an agreement with them that they stay out of our Thieves Guild business. And as he says this, the artificer looks pissed off and upset. She's looking at the floor beside her. And Nilhor says, and in exchange, we try to keep the drug trade in Waterdeep at normal levels. Someone is flooding the markets with pure silkroot powder. You are to engage with the artificer and help her to stop this. And then he says, just to you, Inshu, and find the supplier and report back to me. Powder this pure is worth quite a bit of gold.
Wait, so I'm working with a cop?
And he goes, yes.
But aren't the cops the bad guys?
And she says, no, you're the monsters here. But because you're so entrenched in this city and every alleyway and sewer, we have no choice but to work with you.
No. You see, I'm trying to get money and food, and you cops are trying to put people in jail cells. That is worse than getting food and money.
Nilhor
You're the
says,
bad guy.
Inshi, do not be so rude to our guest. She wants the same things you want. Food, a place to sleep, and gold to buy it all with. And he hands the artificer a bag full of gold coins that she takes with a little bit of shame. He
Mm.
says, Inshi, I am inviting you in to how things actually work. This is not holding down a street corner or pulling off a job. These are the kinds of relationships that allow Thieves Guild to remain steady for centuries. There's a balance of power in Waterdeep, and it must be kept. And the artificer says, my mission is to uphold the status quo. The Black Staff says we cannot have another gang dealing drugs in the deep.
All
The
right,
Black
Miss.
Staff says we cannot have a new gang dealing drugs in the deep.
All right, Mr. Nilhor. I will see what I can do.
He says, to you only, Inshi, you are to report back to me. I do not care for the distributors or the dealers, merely where they are getting their supply from merely their outside supplier. Work with her, give her what she needs, and report back to me with what I need.
I look at the artificer with suspicion. I'm just like, "Eh, all right, Mister Nilhorst, sir."
The artificer looks at Milhor and says, "It should have never gotten to be this big of an operation in the first place. If Thieves' Guild can't pull its weight in maintaining peace in Waterdeep, then we will have to rethink um, our agreements." And she begins to walk out. Or I guess she'll
Uh,
go the normal way.
and she just watches her and waits for her to leave the room.
She leaves the room.
I quickly turn back to Nilhor. I'm sorry, sir. My friend, his name is Huel. I don't want to lie to you, sir. His name is Huel, not whatever it was, Destry. It's Huel. It's Huel. I didn't lie to you, sir.
Nilhor looks at you, Huel, and goes, "Huel, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've never had the company of a halfling before, never had the chance to dine with one as well."
The pleasure is mine. I'll strut in. I was just taking some precautions with the fake name, you know?
He goes, "Quite sharp, quite smart of you. Next time, don't impersonate a noble. It's really easy to call you on such things."
Like rubs the back of his head, like, yeah, you're right. Or it wasn't the smartest idea.
"Now go, be on your way."
Yes, sir. Goodbye, Mister Nilhor. Um, bye. And she just walks off.
He sternly watches you leave. The four tentacles around his mouth wiggle slowly.
Uh,
All right,
As we're
as y'all
leaving and like we get like just out in the hallway away from all of them, I'll whisper to Inshep, like, that's the person who I saw in the vision. Not Nilhort, the artificer.
Vision. What are you talking about?
I'll grab the bird off my shoulder. I'll be like, he showed me. Like, point the bird at
Yes.
Inchi.
In your vision, you saw a woman with one arm floating very high up off the ground, making her an easy target or someone difficult to save.
And she grabs the bird by its neck and says, "What was the vision, little Inchi?"
"I was just showing Huel how difficult it would be to save her, and how much easier it would be to kill her and get a bunch of money off of her. 150 gold coins from this Shadow Man and whatever connections he has to the Doom Raiders. That'll get you much closer to the Vault of Dragons than following orders from some kind of mind flayer."
Oh, so if we kill her, we can get some money.
Yeah, the Shadow Man offered y'all 150 gold pieces to kill her.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just trying to get some extra coin. I'm not trying to get people hurt. She's obviously entangled in more than deeper than we are.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna work with her first, bring down this drug thingy, and then we can kill her.
I see. We deceive her. And then when she
Well,
thinks we've gained her trust, like punches his fist and like doesn't say anything
it's
else.
it's more of a temporary alliance thingy, and then
I
whenever we take
understand.
down, yeah. Whenever we take down these drugs, then we can kill her. Yeah, yeah.
And if it fails, we'll have dirt on her because she's getting into the drug trade.
Right.
If we fail to kill her, though, as we're like talking about this leaving.
Yeah, so
Uh,
y'all are talking right here. She's up here, like waiting for y'all.
Oh yeah, we're definitely just having this conversation like out right in the hallway. As soon as like we're out within ear range of them too, like
Yeah, like
on this
whispering to each
pillar,
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
huddled up with the bird too, of like showing the bird.
Okay. When
Yeah,
y'all are ready, y'all can start talking to her.
this is fishy, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Thieves Guild. It's all a little bit fishy, but it's what I gotta do.
You're right. And then I'll proceed forward if he's ready.
Yep.
A little huddle.
Right. As you two come up, she says, "Are you ready, Destry? And what's your name, Mister Goblin?" She says to you
Oh,
respect. She says to you respectfully, and she.
uh, and she just kind of puts up his hand, kind of like waving. Oh, hi, I'm Inchi.
She shakes your hand and says, "Good. I think
No,
y'all can."
I don't want to shake her hand. I'm just waving.
Oh, okay. She waves back and says, "Good. Let's be on our way. I feel gross being here."
I whispered to Huel, prick, and Fuller.
He like laughs to himself with them.
All right. Y'all go back to that spiral staircase and you start walking up and up and up, and you eventually get to the sewers. And when you get to the sewers, she says, I must find out how Xenophil teleports around the city, especially if I have to keep coming back here. God, it's the first time they made me do it. I was so disgusted with myself, and it never wore off.
I'll like walk up and kind of like not grab her, but like walking and like ahead of her a little bit by pace. I'm like, you can teleport? What devilry is
Xenophil?
this?
The Xenophil? Oh, yes, he could teleport. It's the only way
Oh
to
my.
account for his movements across the city.
I've
The
heard legends that
Xenophil,
he turns your skin inside out and turns you into stone. Are those true as well?
uh, the Xanathar has many abilities. Yes, petrification is one of them. The Xanathar have been a part of Waterdeep since before even its founding. These sewers that we walk in right now used to be caves carved by the Xanathar generations past. He has secrets and magic spread throughout this city. It is said that he teleports around, and if you ever in the night are walking through an alley and you hear the sound of a she makes like a soft popping sound with her lips. That's the sound of the Xanathar appearing behind you to devour you.
He's like shivering. He's like, you don't say.
Wait,
Yes,
lady, is it more of a pop or is it more of a plop thing? Or is it bop?
it's a soft and gentle pop. I remember the first time I saw it, or I heard
Uh,
it. Such a gentle sound to accompany such a monstrous creature with its tin eye stalks, its drooling mouth, and hundreds of razor sharp teeth. And I work with that thing.
yeah,
Um,
me too. High five.
He was covering his ears and he's like shaking now, like
she returns your
rattling.
high five out of
And she
politeness.
does the psych thing as soon as she tries.
Okay. She seemed a little bit disgusted with herself, realizing that you two are kind of similar. And then you do that, and she rolls her eyes and says, I was supposed to be a real detective.
That was a good one, and she made me relax a little bit.
All right. Y'all exit the sewers near Selduth Street, on the border between the Trades Ward and the City of the Dead. The City of the Dead is a giant graveyard and mausoleum slash park for the very old families of Waterdeep. Long ago, they renovated it a lot, put a lot of trees and bushes in, so it is a lovely place to walk and a lovely place to mourn the dead.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to that last part. This is a place to mourn the dead.
The city of the dead is like a big park slash old graveyard.
Okay.
There are a lot of religious ceremonies and stuff that happen here as well. And she says, "So, Destry, you were telling," and she rolls her eyes when she says that. "You and your crew were telling me earlier that you believe the Shadow Man has a connection to the Doom Raiders."
I may or may not have said that.
You did say that, and she opens a notebook and shows you exactly where you said that.
Oh, I've had a little too much Baldur's Grape. I'm a little I remember. Yeah, I remember.
She says, "What do you believe the Shadow Man's connection to the Doom Raiders is?" You say that the Shadow Man is someone disguising themselves. Could it be someone that works with the Doom Raiders, or one of the Doom Raiders themselves?
If I were to take a guess, which I'm
If
going
you,
to, I
yeah.
he's got to be with the Doom Raiders for sure. Doom Raider, sorry.
And she says, "Well, that is he with the Doom Raiders or of the Doom Raiders?"
He must be an associate. He's like thinking about it now.
Hmm. Yes, with their many decades of adventuring and no doubt all of their fans, they probably have some deep connections and are powerful people. But each of the Doom Raiders in and of themselves are powerful and dangerous. Not only are they skilled bards, they are each their own paragon of an adventurer. Istrid is a cleric to the god of money. Zaraj is said to have the strength of a barbarian. So, what do you think the best plan is for tonight to draw out the Shadow Man?
I'm unsure.
She says, "You know what? Where are the rest of your friends? We should probably all be together for this."
Does Shadow Man still want Mr. Rainier?
Probably.
Well, why don't we offer up and hold up. And she casts silent image in front of them, and it is just a silent image of Rainier. Why don't we offer up Rainier?
She says, "Now that is most intriguing. All right, let's get y'all all together. Where do y'all want to be?"
Uh, I guess head back to the yawning portal. I'm not sure where. I forget where Thorgrin and Blinken is.
Thorgrin and Blake had walked outside and forgot what they were going to do. So, yeah, I guess they'd be at the Yawning Portal.
Yeah,
How
that's
did they
fair.
forget what to do? I remember what they were doing, and I'm sleeping.
That's that
No, I'm kidding.
senile thing that Thorgrin's got going on.
I'm not senile.
Could have fooled
It's
me.
it's hard to be the brains of the operation.
Mm.
Oh, y'all are all together outside of the Yawning Portal now. Huel and Inchi, do you tell Blinken and Thorgrin what you saw in the Thieves Guild?
Well, of course, I'll tell them about the petrified statues, the eyeball of wall, the wall of eyeballs, and the fighting pit, and the girl in
Oh
the
yeah,
museum
yeah.
getting killed. Like everything.
As soon as Heel gets to that, I just kind of bounce up and down. Arkin is dead. Arkin is dead.
We watched this bugbear cave her skull in. It was a grim sight.
It was awesome. And I hold out my hand for a high five from any of them.
I'd go for the high five.
Yeah, see, it was gnarly, man.
Does one get paid to fight?
I don't know
I
something
don't
about
know.
something about a lieutenant thing going on in there.
They
I think
also
he'll.
have they also have fighting tournaments. Yes.
I seemed like it was more of an execution because that poor lady was fighting this bugbear and wasn't much of a fight, you know?
Yeah, that's what made it even better.
The artificer says, "Her name is Alda Aachen. I helped to design some of the security for El Torture Villa. I had no idea she was working for Xanathar. He's everywhere."
Yeah, and she's dead now. It's just a good day.
She says, "Look, I just want to make an arrest and be done with this. I will be at the court of the Dancing Moon tonight. There's something I need to do there, something I need to do to feel like myself again. I will be the bait and draw out the Shadow Man. Inchi, you can use whatever illusions you want to draw him out even more. Can I count on the four of you to keep me safe and capture him for me?"
I guess.
Yeah, and Lincoln nods. Because they definitely want to take the Shadow Man down.
So,
I have a charm that can protect me from one attack. I will be sure to wear it tonight. It will be the one thing, the one of my inventions I will not take off.
I got a question just above the table. Is the Shadow Man the guy who sold me the cart?
No,
no.
He's a different guy? Okay. For some reason, I thought they were both the same.
the
I'm
Wait,
Shadow Man has appeared to you as a gray skinned half orc with a giant bow and arrows as big as saplings. The used
Okay.
cart salesman appears to be a middle aged human.
okay, so the Shadow Man was the guy that was trying to assassinate Rainier whenever we first got him.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. That's
He's
what I
also
thought.
Yeah.
the person that dealt you silk root powder and asked you to burn down Xanathar's warehouse.
I wasn't there for that.
We were.
Oh yeah.
It was me. I think it was Destry.
And me.
It wasn't Thorman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Blinken for sure.
Yeah.
For the sake of role play, I was not there.
Yeah, luckily you were away, like at the inn
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
resting.
that was one of your sleeping days.
yep, that's it.
So if we get thrown in the fighting pit to get executed, you get to watch. Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna pull the party aside from Miss What's Her Nuts, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, should we inform her about our job with the Castellanters? That way, we can plan accordingly around that as well."
Getting two birds stoned at once. I see.
Yeah, stoning two birds at once.
Yes,
I think you're too. Okay.
I like it.
Uh, it's up to you. I say screw the Castellators. Except for Destry. R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace wherever he is. If he got his head smashed in at the Beholder place or wherever he is right now.
Destry walked off to meet his family.
So we're just gonna forget the guard uniforms.
I mean, Blinken would be okay with doing the Castellana job, but
Yeah, I'll do whatever. I just don't. Frankly, I don't care about it. If we're just being honest.
Oh, I'm not saying I care either. I'm just saying like it just be useful. I don't care either way. I'm just trying to get like a group idea.
um, I don't know if I would want to inform her about it. Maybe like when we, you know, I guess trust the fact that she would be okay with it, or would she, do something?
Mm,
Well, we could always like split up, like send some of us with the Castellant or some of like most of us with her, because she's the priority.
Yeah.
So like 1 in 3 kind of thing, if need be.
Okay.
well, I don't know if you guys were aware, but she's kind of a cop, and
Oh
the
yeah, I'm
cast.
fully aware.
Yeah. So the Castellators, they kind of got me arrested just a couple of days ago. So the Castellators and the cops, they might be a little close together. I'm just saying, they might not be a good combo for us.
Well, I mean, did you deserve to be arrested?
Depends on who you asked.
In the eyes of the law, were you asking to be arrested?
That is besides the point,
That is the
sir.
question, and you said that depends on the question.
I Well, depending on me, I shouldn't have been in jail. I was I was just poking around, and I just found a key. So in my perspective, no, I should not have been arrested.
Hmm.
As your two friends are arguing over legalities, the artificer tries to distract herself and leans over to you and says, "So, Destry, you know I would find out your real name eventually. Why don't you just tell it to me?"
You know, some things on a need to know basis. Artificer, I don't even know your real name.
She goes and she gets like close to you and she smiles. She's gonna make a charisma check. And it doesn't really do much for you. And she says, "My friends call me Artie." And she's so close to you, and you can almost feel that mountain of gold.
Start to think about it. Thinking about the gold dragons in his hands and like look up. He's gonna say, "We may have gotten off on the wrong foot. My name is Huel, and I'll reach out to give her a handshake, but I'm doing so in the intention of like seeing what like if she actually has an artificial arm."
Yeah, she reaches out to shake your hand with her right arm. And when she grabs you, it's not like hard and crushing, but it's a little bit harder than you would expect, like a woman like her to grasp you. And you squeeze the hand to shake it, and you don't feel any flesh give way underneath her glove. You feel something hard and cold, but something that's very flexible and dexterous. And she's able to shake your hand properly.
Yeah, he'd like clasp it, like put his both like his hand up and like both hands like for like a two-hand handshake and kind of like he's
You
just trying to feel like the arm like
roll a sleight of hand check to get a to to get a feel in a non-perverted way.
Hell yeah.
yes for sure. That's my real name this time. It's not a fake alias. Wow.
You catch your hands down like on the top of her hand and you squeeze just a little bit, and you can feel that in the knuckles of her hand there appears to be something hard and made of stone. But she quickly pulls her hand back and says, Please, please, it's sensitive in a way."
Well, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Artie, and I'll call her that. Like,
And she immediately puts that smile back on and she says, "Yes, yes, of course." And she says, "So are you four going to escort me the rest of the day then?"
I know my business. I'll be escorting, but I don't know about the rest of them. And I'll point back to them arguing over there.
Look, if you were breaking and entering, you deserve to be arrested. I'm sorry, I don't make the law, I don't make the rules. Do I agree with it? No!
But my rules is I don't get put in a cage, and I don't mind rock for some random people. So yeah, that is illegal in my books if they did that to me.
Well,
I deserve a cage.
What? Like Blinkage just kind of, you know, shaking his head and just kind of, um, you know, looking at Fuel and um, the Artificer and has a face of like, please help me.
The artificer smiles back at you, blinking, and says, "You know what? How about we simply make our way to the court of the Dancing Moon, and we can make our plans there? One of you can go up into the buildings and keep an eye out for this Shadow Man or any Doom Raiders, and the rest of you can mingle about the crowd, always keeping your eye on me. I can protect myself, but when the moon dance starts, I will admittedly be vulnerable."
Well, I mean, at least I'll be the one of the escorts for you, so I'll keep an eye out.
And she goes, "Shall we make our way there right now?" And you can see that the sun is getting lower in the sky. It's getting closer and closer to sunset. And the Castellanters asked you to be at Castellanter Villa at sunset.
Is is this thing happening tonight, lady?
Yes.
Mm, okay.
sounds sounds like we're in quite the pickle.
Yeah, I was going to throw down another illusion of Rainier to make my point, but where do we want Mr. Fake Rainier Rat to draw out this guy?
She steps over to like this water trough and she's going to wash her face, get the sewer water off of her boots. So y'all can talk in private. And I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But you guys see what I'm.
What's the plan?
But you guys see what I'm getting at, right? We're trying to get Mr. Shadow Man out, and he wanted Mr. Rainier last time I met him, and I can just make Rainier appear, quote unquote.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm just hoping that he would. Okay, so is it possible that if you do make him appear, I'm pretty sure he knows that Rainier is kind of injured. So I don't know if you could conjure that up or not. Could you?
Conjure up an injured Rainier? Absolutely.
Because it would be kind of weird to be a fully healed Rainier just standing there.
I'm sorry, where was he injured, Mr. Blinken?
What was it? Was it a leg? I don't remember specifically.
I mean, he got the shit beat out of him.
That's true.
Could say his face got fucked up.
Yeah, get some bruises on the face and
Okay, so what is it? Should he have like a limp in his leg? Is he like nurturing his face? Is he holding his ass because he got the shit kicked out of back there?
okay. Well, I mean,
But sh-
I think probably like him walking around clutching his ribs, walking kind of slow type of thing,
okay,
So he
okay.
got beat the shit out of, not literally like getting kicked in the ass, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm okay with that. So we could draw Shadow Man out like that. Meanwhile, what about the Castle Lander's job? You be alright with that, Thorgrim?
Sorry?
I thought we're gonna do the Castellana job as well, right? Or are we ditching that?
Whatever we think is best. I'm cool with either. Because, like, we kind of want to keep her alive, and we can't do that if we're all, like, going off and doing, like, the Castellaner thing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I think so.
suppose. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think so.
He will be thinking to himself and look over at Artie, and then
Huel, as you're thinking, it strikes you that you're not getting paid any extra for protecting her, and you're giving up paying jobs to protect her. You know, being a good person. And
I'll go up and be like, let's say, what if somebody was to take your place and looked exactly like you in every way?
she says, "What do you mean?"
He'll do that spinning around thing, like the spinning where you can't see his image again. Like so, he's spinning like 360,
Uh huh.
and he'll look exactly like her, but like dressed up.
Okay. Yes, you look exactly like her, but dressed in your like barred wanderer clothes, but they fit your
And
taller form.
I'm small right now, but I'm like I can grow. I'll like show with my hands, from small to big.
Oh yeah,
Make
the
myself your
disguise.
size.
You don't make yourself human sized.
No, that's what I mean. Like I could. I don't. I'm not gonna burn the spell right now, but I'll say like I have
Oh,
enlarge and
okay.
reduce here. I'll just throw it up in the chest. You know what I'm
Oh,
referring
o-
to. So I'd make him from like medium to large. So he'll looks like artificer, but he's like
are both of those
sorry.
concentration spells?
I think this guy's self is just
You're right. It's not
you
fantastic.
can just use it. A bit of fleece. I'll like rip off a piece of my cloak.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
look at
Oh
my
yeah.
hair, and his hair is like long, blonde, and greasy. It's not black like hers.
hmm The
Oh,
disguise self would fix that.
okay, yeah, they would go with the perfect. And yeah, he's looking at his hair. He's like, my hair's blonde and all dirt. It's not dirty. Like, look.
She goes, yes, this is actually very intriguing in a way. She says, looking at a version of her that's half size.
I'll gladly
She
take your
says,
place for a bit of gold dragons.
a bait and switch. Hmm. I have a potion where I could disguise myself as well. That way I could participate in the moon dance
Yeah, so you could
and
be
be able
there and oversee
to
it.
observe anyone that attacks you. Hmm.
Yeah, so if something does happen, you'll be able to see as I'll be the distraction.
And once again, she looks at you, and she looks you like up and down, like checking herself out. And she says, "Uh, I already gave you all the gold that Blackstaff gave me for this project earlier, Hugh. Please, could you just do this for me?" And she rolls a charisma check. And again, it just doesn't work on you.
Oh, it works. He's gonna
Hey,
do it anyway.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn it.
Okay. Jesus fuck.
He's like,
There were two things I wrote down about this character. She's a cop and she's hot.
God damn it.
oh,
And I
Heel's
knew
sold
that
already.
she
He's like,
could do whatever she wanted. Jesus Christ.
we'll talk about gold dragons later. For now,
She goes,
I'll
yes,
take
yes,
you.
it's so gauche to talk about those things.
I shall take your place if any funny business arises.
She says, I think that's a really smart plan. And she says, well, okay. Are we ready to head out?
I
I
suppose.
believe so.
Yeah, sure, I'm ready.
All right. So who's going with her and who's going to the castle enters?
I'm going with her.
I think we're gonna not do the Castellana job, right? Or just all four of us go with with her.
Oh, here, we'll make this easy. Milton steps out of the bar. The artificer is right here. Drag your token who you're going with.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I'd be going with Artie and Inchi for sure. Because the disguise, it's
Okay. Milton stands there for a moment, and he looks at the four of you talking to her. He shoots you a look that's not dirty, but a little bit disappointed. He gives you a professional nod, and he walks down towards Cook Street. And the artificer says, "Well, all right then. Let's be on our way. Should we get a rickshaw, or do you have a cart?"
Did you
have-
say
Yeah.
a coat?
Cart.
We
I have a
have,
cart somewhere.
yeah. Where's your magical cart?
I look to the left, look to the right. I don't know.
It's back by the stables. I'll grab it. And
Yeah,
you have the
before-
horse that you rented earlier today.
It's right there. It was right in front of us the whole time. See?
All right. So all of you get into the cart. And you all begin riding to the court of the dancing moon. And once we get here, we'll do a little scene and then we'll end it for the night. Last call for anything to do at the yawning portal.
No.
Thinking good.
No? All right. I'm going to take you over here to this map. Where is it? There it is. Y'all approach the court of the dancing moon from the south. So y'all get off of Huel's magic cart. There's a place to tie the horse right next to this bridge. I know where this is in Waterdeep. I'll probably show you at the beginning of the next section. But the artificer says, "Oh, I love this place. Oh, my father used to take me down here all the time. It was so good for me when I was younger. I've been plagued by pains and aches my whole life. But here, on the night of the dancing moon, where gravity has no effect on this courtyard, it is the one time I truly feel painless. To be at one with the earth, with the flow of Torreal and the stars of the outerverse. It is my favorite time and my favorite place." So y'all are here. It is a bit early. The sun is getting close to setting now. There are people milling about. There are city watch all over. Where would y'all like to explore? The artificer is just kind of walking with y'all and talking. Now would be a great time to ask her any personal questions if you wanted.
Are you single?
She goes, "No."
Forgive my friend. He's a little senile here. He kind of forgets where he is
Right.
and forget what he's doing.
She goes, "Yes, I am, but I'm not available."
Yeah, Thorgan, she's taken. Okay, back up out of here. I'll
Well,
push him
no-
back a little bit.
no.
No, she just said that she is available. She just does not wish to be.
I'm taken by myself.
Self-love is quite important. I practice it every. I'm kidding.
And she nudges you with her robot arm and she says, "I have plenty of gadgets for self love."
Okay.
Oh boy.
There.
Well, Thorgan
he-
is being senile and raising her up. I'd just like to do like a.
Hey, baby, you want some Dorfman?
Oh
Okay.
no!
No, negative inspiration.
Yeah, D inspo. Sorry, Inchi, you were saying something there?
Yeah. No, completely confused by the interaction. He kind of walks up to the artificer and says, "What gadgets do you mean? Can they help on our mission here?"
Oh no.
Oh god.
Well, you relieve some stress, certainly. I'm not doing this conversation anymore.
Oh god.
Yeah, I would like to just do like a check around. I don't know if you want like a perception, like for alleyways and places people could be hiding.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh no, I just thought of something stupid. Oh yes, they could be quite helpful for distraction.
Okay.
Jesus.
She pulls a cord on her arm and it starts vibrating like an engine.
The entire arm just acts like a chainsaw.
Because it has different settings. Okay, you'll with your perception check, you're looking around. There's a few things of note here. There are multiple members of the city watch around. You're counting about 3 right now. There are multiple civilians around, and there are also clowns around, juggling fireballs, making various dancing lights, entertaining children that are running through the area, including a bunch of teenagers that are kind of laughing at the clowns. You also see by these clowns one of those drow security officers, similar to the one that you've seen in the Yawning Portal and the one you just saw at the Xanathar Thieves Guild. And with your 19, you look around and you look around, and then you hear a lute playing by someone who knows how to play it very, very well. You walk into the center of the courtyard, and you can see the Doom Raiders setting up their instruments, including Dabble Starsong, who is sitting on a stool playing a song to a few teenagers that are looking at him excitedly. And he is singing, he's not helping set up, he is singing um, the boys and girls in their cliques, the awful names that they stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, that dagger under your shirt will make 'em pay for the things that they did. I swear, you younglings all scare the living shit out of me. You could care less as long as someone else bleeds. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. And the kids are singing along, they're dancing, they're jumping. Davil is making his voice stronger with thaumaturgy. And you see a sign in front of them that says, "The Court of the Moon Dance, music provided tonight by the Doom Raiders." And you see all 4 of them on stage. And when they see you, Huel, Davil looks at you and he smiles.
And he knows, like, I'm dressed up as an artificer, right? So that's who he thinks I am, Zardy.
Oh, y'all already did your disguise?
Yeah. If we're out like in their disguise yet, and like artificers there with us still,
Yeah.
I would be like in my normal clothes.
Oh, but you look like the artificer?
I was kind of just doing it to like to show an explanation, but like yeah, like I'll still kind of be like dressed up a little bit.
Okay, disguise self lasts for 1 hour. How long does your large and enlarge last?
I think it's as long as I'm concentrating, I can.
Okay.
Ooh.
Before y'all got to this area, the artificer drank a potion and disguised herself to look like a elf woman with blue skin. Okay, so the Doom Raider or Davil is looking at you, thinking you're the artificer, and he gives you a charming smile and a nod. Istrid Horn looks in your direction, and she looks concerned. Zaraj the Hunter looks at you with a stone face, and Schemo Weirdbottle looks at you and then looks away in shame. And I think that that would be a good place to call it for the night.
All right.
Before we get into the nitty gritty of this, hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, right there
yeah,
is
because
great.
the sun is setting. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Oh, wait, Huel. As you're looking at that in your head, you remember that image of the artificer falling and falling and falling. and those wails, those screams that you heard, you recognize them now. It wasn't someone screaming, it was someone singing.
You can like start
And
putting
that
these dots together. Like look up at
Mhm.
the band and like taking the flashback back at the yawning portal. He's gonna realize he looks like the artificer. He's
Mhm.
like, oh no.
All right, guys. I think that is a great place to call it for tonight. I think this was a great session. I had a ton of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
I had
That's
fun.
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Wonderful. Y'all defeated a ghost with the power of friendship.
A nice wasted 50
Therapy.
gold.
We
With
beat the
therapy.
ghost with the power of Clorox and bleach.
And Darude Sandstorm. It was a combination of all of them.
And 50 gold.
I mean, the 50 gold was kind of not needed, but yeah.
It was definitely just Inchi.
Yeah, and she was the silent image or the mirror image, so made it reflect. That was cool.
Yeah.
Making him see himself. Like,
All right.
It was not what I was originally going for, but I'm glad it worked out that way.
I like that. That was cool.
Yeah, this was really fun. Everyone did great. Like I said, everyone has inspiration, especially for this session. So we will
Hey.
with the next session. Schizo, what session will that be? Session 10?
This is session 10, so next one's 11.
Session 11, Defying Gravity.
This one I called it, what did I call it? Oh, I called it The Haunting of Troll House, like The Haunting of Hill
Fantastic.
House. So
Love it.
let me go
Love it.
ahead and raid someone. I'll raid this person, Jennifer Beast. I've seen her before on like different TikToks and stuff. She was a gamer, and I kind of followed her a while back, so she's back streaming again. So we'll give her a watch, and then I'll try to upload it again. This week I couldn't upload it because I forgot, and I'm dealing with switching computers, and I kind of got lost. So
That's okay, man. That's perfectly fine.
but this one will
How
upload it.
dare you have reasons?
Look, I'm human, okay? Don't blame me.
Speaking of which, Mike, do you still post your own videos of these? I know you're doing that for a minute.
I was doing it for a minute. I wanted to practice editing the podcast. Um, I'm not still doing it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Ah,
I might do it and not just do as much editing. I used to try to like edit out the ums and ahs and like people repeating themselves to like get
yeah,
it to flow. But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I might do it again and cut out like breaks and silences because that cuts out like an hour's worth of
yeah.
stuff.
True.
Yeah. I look back at Schizo's videos every now and then to kind of refresh myself. That is
Mhm.
exactly how I remembered Marigold fucking thing of there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why I want it though. Like I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at y'all, but I try to like say something important like multiple times so that it gets in your head. And I think it's